Yeah, I'm going to try and do no intro.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do the intro here and now. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck. Hello listeners, welcome to another episode of Luke's English podcast. Today on the podcast is Paul and Amber.
It's not Paul and it's Amber and Paul. It's
Sorry, it is Amber and Paul.
Yes. Are we starting with that? Is that going to be our introduction? Okay.
Let that be the introduction.
That was the voice of Paul Taylor introducing the episode. Yes, it's Amber and Paul on the podcast once again.
Amber has a lovely voice.
Paul's a very funny boy.
That's right.
His laugh I very much enjoy. Amber's got a lovely voice. If I could choose an accent, hers would be my choice.
Yeah.
Amber, what's the situation?
In the podcastle, had lunch. It's a sunny day.
Yes, that's nice, isn't it? It is indeed a sunny day. How lovely. I've actually got a plan for this episode. I've fully prepared.
Mm-hmm.
You always prepare, but then we never follow the plan.
Exactly.
We derail.
There's a window in the beginning of the episode where things can easily go flying off in a different direction.
Exactly. So you need to stick to it immediately right now. What's the plan?
Take control.
I'm going to take control. First of all, Amber,
you
have something to report, don't you?
Well, more than something to report, Luke.
Yeah.
I have a gift for you. You have a gift for me? Yes, I have a gift for you. Yes, exactly.
Hold on. Is it this thing that you put over here earlier on?
Yes, I have. Bring it to me. Thank you very much.
Okay, you have a gift for me.
Yes, because as you know, I'm a tour guide, and I took you guys to the Louvre. Do you remember? It was a long time ago.
That was a great episode.
Medieval Museum as well, don't forget that.
Yes, more museums in your future. I can see it, Paul. Anyway.
You will learn.
You will learn.
History and culture.
I will make you go to the museums of Paris. Yeah. I'll take you to the Orsay next.
Okay, that sounds great.
Sounds awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Anyway, so one of your listeners listened to that episode. She reached out to me because she was coming to Paris from Germany, from Hamburg, and she wanted a tour of the Louvre. And so we went on a tour of the Louvre. She was disappointed that some of the pieces that we saw together were not there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why were they not there?
Well, they moved.
They got stolen?
Stolen, yes, no. Too soon. No, there was one piece in particular, Hermaphrodites, which had been moved to another museum for another expo. And at the end of the tour, we took a photo, which I can send you to say hello, because you wanted to say hello to you. And more than just saying hello, she had brought gifts for us, not for you.
Not for me. What's her name?
Christina.
Thanks, Christina. Thanks very much for not bringing me a gift. I appreciate it. And that's fine.
She was here with her. She's a theatre person, and she has this whole show in Germany. And she was here to go to the cartoucherie and all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, and then she gave us a T-shirt, and I'm wearing my T-shirt now, which is black and
every day,
white writing.
Every day
is an empty stage.
It's an empty stage.
It's a good message. Every day is an empty stage.
It is, yeah.
On which you perform your your life.
Yeah. And for us, for a while there, every stage was an empty stage, and it stayed empty.
No, it's the audience.
Oh, it's the audience. Yeah, to be
the
fair,
stage was full of us.
The stage was full of us, and then there was no one in the audience.
We've had that in the past. We've done shows in the past where there were literally more people on stage than there were in the audience.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
And it reminded me of that quote, of course, by Shakespeare, all the world's a stage and we are just players. So really interesting sentiment and a really nice T-shirt and so generous. So I was really touched and it was really lovely spending time with her. And then she got you a T-shirt, which is here. So I'm going to let you discover that now.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Christina.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Christina. Really appreciate it. This is wonderful.
I'm helping you hold it up for the camera.
Well, okay. There you go.
You're here in a
okay.
I am on the T-shirt.
So this is a T-shirt from Hamburg.
Yeah.
And as far as I can tell, this is so it says Sankt Pauli, the sound of Sankt Pauli. So this is a district in Hamburg.
Is it?
St. Paul's, which is appropriate considering this is not a T-shirt for you. This is St. Luke's St. Paul's T-shirt, and that's interesting. I love that because that
kind of looks like you. That's what you're gonna. That's when they bury you. You will look like 6 months later, when your skin is decomposed, it will just be you, a skull, and headphones.
Well, this is
with
perfect.
a Luke's English podcast sticker.
This is perfect for several reasons, right? The one reason is that this is a skeleton with headphones on, which is a long-running gag on my podcast.
Oh, is it? Oh,
that I say at the end, just leave a comment to show that you're not a skeleton with headphones on.
Okay.
Right?
Good.
The idea being that they might they perish. The episode is so long that they die during the episode, and by the end...
That was one of the ChatGPT...
the law of Luke.
When I asked it to roast you, to come up with roast jokes for Luke's English, that one of those was that.
Right. Well, it's obviously been listening to my podcast.
It has been, yeah.
So there's that. This is a skeleton with headphones on, but also St. Pauli, this district in Hamburg, has a Beatles connection.
Oh.
This is the place in Hamburg that they went to when they did their residencies in the very, very early days, before they were really the Beatles as we know them now.
Right.
They cut their teeth. They did their 10,000 hours in Hamburg.
Interesting.
And they stayed and performed in the St. Pauli district, which is known as the naughtiest district in Hamburg.
The naughtiest
Yes,
district.
it's the red
Why?
light, the red light district.
The red light district.
Full of sort of seedy clubs, and in those days, back in the late 50s, early 60s, there was a demand for cheap rock and roll bands.
Yeah.
And they got bands to come from England. And so, yes, the Beatles kind of became the Beatles, performing on stage often for 8 hours a night. And they were fueled on these diet pills, Preludin. And that's really where they kind of learned to perform, and they became the band.
So, I mean, that's a really thoughtful gift, isn't it?
Incredibly thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
It is both appealing to your love of the Beatles, the lore of Luke's English podcast. It's even got you in there, even though it's not for you.
Paul is in there too. Even though,
Paul is in there too.
No, I don't
This
have
is
a gift
us
of myself.
At the Louvre. I don't know if I can post it or send it. But
Amber and Christina
there's
at
us
the
at the
Louvre.
Louvre.
So let me see the face of the person who didn't give me a gift. Hi, Christina. Very nice. Very nice to meet you.
If you meet her, you'll remember.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christina. That is very, very sweet of you. And if anyone else would like to send us gifts, then feel free.
But just make sure you don't send me one as well. That'd be great. Thanks.
It's going to be hard to top that gift, though.
It's going to be hard, but I will let listeners try.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't say no.
No, I won't.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that's that. Now then, guys, I've got this idea. This is the 55th Amber and Paul episode. Did you know that?
55th.
The
Wow.
55th.
That is incredible.
We have nothing better to do with our time than just come here.
What better?
There isn't
Do you remember
anything better.
this type of day reminds me of the first ones where we were on the terrace
Hiding from the sun.
in a circular manner.
Revolving.
Yeah.
There was like one chair in the sun.
We need, how Spotify does your rap.
Yeah.
Because this is 55 episodes, 3 different podcastles. We've had so many different... Because we've moved many times.
That's right.
Wow,
done
55. That's crazy.
It's like a whole podcast on its own. Just
all right. When we get to 100, we have to do a live one, on a stage with an audience.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'd love to do that.
That'd be amazing.
I would love to do that.
Just make sure you keep count.
Okay, I
so
will.
that when we get to 90, we can start planning. Well, no, 9 because we probably do one every 2 months or something.
Something like that. Yeah, so I went through the archive to count the episodes, and there were periods with no Amber and Paul at all.
Yeah,
and then you came back, and then there was a few, and then you sort of disappear again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bit inconsistent. But that could be amazing, doing a live podcast on a stage, the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a whole other chapter of our lives, right?
Yeah.
That could.
I mean, we will be probably about 60 years old by that time.
Yeah,
because. It's a bit what? How long are we doing this? 12 years, 13 years? And we're only at 55.
Yeah.
So it's going to take another 12 years to get to 100.
I know, yeah. So you need to come back more often. That's the solution to that. So the idea that I've got planned today, actually, can you just pass me my bag?
Yeah.
When I was in the UK the last time, whenever I go and visit my parents, they live in a town, and I always go around the charity shops in the town centre, right? I don't know if you do the same thing.
I love that.
Love going around the charity shops
Love
and
it.
looking through all the second-hand bookshops and stuff like that. And I picked up this book, which is called True Facts That Sound Like Bullshit. Written by Shane Carley. And I just got this in one of the charity shops, and I had a little flick through. And it's full of, like, you know, fascinating, insane facts about the world, a variety of different categories, and I thought that would be good podcast fodder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, good fuel, good fodder for an episode of the podcast. So what I've done is I've gone through this. There are some sections in here which are true or false quizzes.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I've selected about 20, just over 20 true or false questions.
I love it.
Yeah.
From this book, True Facts That Sound Like Bullshit.
We've
Shane
got the
Carley.
idea.
You got the idea. Yeah.
Get to the quiz.
Shall I keep talking for another 20 minutes?
Skip to the end.
So these are facts that are either true or false, and you have to guess if they're true or false.
Yeah. So
are we working as a team against you?
No.
No,
or are we
'cause he
working against each
knows.
other?
I know already.
No, we can
No,
collaborate.
but I mean against him.
Look,
like,
excuse me. I've planned this
Okay,
section.
sorry.
Yeah. So I'll ask you both. I'll ask you both the question. I'll read you the
Okay.
statement. You have to decide collectively together if it's true or false.
okay, so we're not playing against each other.
No, you're together. You can confer. Right.
Okay.
Do you know what confer means?
Yes. I do.
You do.
Yeah, to speak to each other.
You can talk to each
Yeah.
other and discuss your answer, and then give your answer plus your explanation.
Okay.
We'll see if it's true or false, and then in some cases, I have some more information,
Okay.
and I have a discussion question for some chat after each one, like a little random discussion question.
Okay.
We're loving it.
Yeah, questions are on a range of topics, including some history. For Amber.
Ding, ding, ding.
Nature, animals,
No,
space and science,
Paul.
and then just some mad facts that can't be categorised.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do
Right.
our best.
Nothing
we'll
about
do our
language
best.
then. Okay,
No
cool.
language.
That's all right.
Sorry,
Comedy, running. No.
nothing about running or doing stand-up comedy, I'm
Okay.
afraid. So we start with history.
Okay.
Okay.
Question or statement number 1 is this. One passenger was aboard both the Titanic and its sister ship, the Britannic, when they were both sunk. One passenger was on board both the Titanic and its sister ship, the Britannic, when they were both sunk.
I didn't realise the sister ship sunk.
There were 3 built at the same time, 3 sister ships.
And did they all sink?
The Titanic, the Britannic, the Olympic.
I've heard of the Olympic. I've never heard of the Britannic before.
The Titanic and Britannic both sank. The Olympic did actually crash, but didn't sink.
Mm.
And
Wow.
so the point is that there was one person. I'm actually going to expand the question.
When,
no, I'm
when
not
you
going to
say
expand.
passenger, were they working on the ship, or were they a fee-paying passenger?
Were they the person who built the ship?
Working on the ship.
They're
They
working.
were working on a ship. I'm
going to say yeah.
I'm pretty sure I heard this on a podcast, and it's yes.
Do you want to expand at all? Or
Well, there's actually some really fascinating. So I really like this podcast called My Favourite Murder.
Okay.
They've talked about the Titanic quite a number of times, and there's this one particular guy who was like mad, and he sort of saved people and then jumped off, saved himself, and then went off and worked on other ships, which then also sank. But
Was
there's
the
also
Titanic
a woman.
the first one to sink out of those two?
yes, I think it was.
Okay.
And so I think there's actually there might have been even more than one person, but I do recall them. You know, people you think, gosh, if you'd been on the Titanic, it sunk and you'd survived, you'd be like, well, I'm not getting on a ship again.
Or you
Not the
go,
case.
this is never going to happen again. This is like a once in a million. Like if you're on a plane
Yeah.
crash and you survive,
It's like, right, that's it.
That's it.
That's me.
Yeah.
It's
That's
never
never
going to
gonna
happen to me
statistically,
again.
it's like being struck by lightning. Like it's not going to happen twice, is it?
Unless you just keep climbing that mountain with a golf club in your hand. during storms.
Taking your kite out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stormy weather.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's
Yeah.
true.
You think it's true?
It
because
sounds
you-
like a fact that's obviously.
It feels like a story from a podcast I've heard, definitely.
Definitely sounds like something on a podcast. In fact, it is something on a podcast, this podcast right now. So, it is true.
Yes.
Her name was Violet Jessup.
She was working.
She was working. She was aboard both ships and survived both disasters. In fact,
She survived more, didn't she? There was other disasters that
yes,
she survived.
she was also aboard the other sister ship, the Olympic, when it was involved in another disaster, but
Yeah.
it didn't sink. So
That is crazy. And what did she
Remember.
do? What
I'll
was
give
she?
you some details. Do you want some
Yeah,
info?
yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
So the Olympic class triple threat, the White Star Line built 3 massive sister ships, the Olympic, the Titanic and the Britannic. Violet managed to be on board for the most catastrophic moment in each ship's life. So we start with the RMS Olympic. It collided with a British warship, the HMS Hawke, but the ship stayed afloat and Violet was unharmed. So not much of a story for that one.
Didn't she, just to cut in, didn't she hate going on ships? Like, there was a thing that she absolutely hated it, but she sort of did it anyway.
Well, I know that after these 3 experiences, she then continued to work on ships for like most of the rest of her life.
Or maybe she loved it then.
So apparently she or she was
What
like,
did
I
she
hate
do,
going.
though?
Maybe she was like, I hate going on ships. So boring. Oh no, I nearly died 3 times.
Maybe
This is
that's
great.
why they crashed. She's like, I've got to spice it up somehow.
Yes.
What did she do on the ships, or are you getting to that?
Okay,
I
sorry.
think I've got that. So the Titanic one then. When the Titanic hit the iceberg, Violet was ordered up to the deck to serve as a reassuring example to the non-English speaking passengers who couldn't understand the instructions. Does that make sense?
No.
So apparently there were some non-English speaking passengers who couldn't understand the instructions, and Violet was ordered to go on deck to reassure
Well,
them.
because she's been through it before, so she goes, "This is fine. The other ship didn't sink. The Olympic didn't."
You're all going to be in a big Oscar-winning film. It's great.
Don't try and get on the door.
Anyway, as she was being lowered into lifeboat 16, an officer handed her a bundle, a baby someone had misplaced in the chaos. She looked after that baby until they were rescued by the Carpathia, where a woman, presumably the mother, grabbed the child and ran off without saying a word. Anyway, so she was working and she was kind of looking after passengers and stuff on the ship. She made it onto one of the lifeboats. Then the near-death experience at the Britannic. The sinking of the Britannic, which was serving as a hospital ship, was actually more dangerous for Violet than the Titanic. As the ship went down,
I know about this.
the massive propellers spinning at the back were turning, sucking lifeboats into the blades. Violet had to jump out of her boat to avoid being shredded by the propeller. She hit her head on the ship's keel under the water, which caused a skull fracture she didn't even discover until a doctor mentioned it years later because of her frequent headaches. The Britannic, by the way, struck a mine that had been laid by a German submarine. This is First World War times.
Wow.
Yeah. You might think she'd never look at the ocean again, but Violet Jessup was remarkably resilient. She continued to work on big ships for another 34 years.
And then opened a camera shop.
She lived to be 83, eventually dying of heart failure in 1971, peacefully on dry land. Question, what's the worst boat ride you've ever had?
Oh.
Been on many boats? Have you ever had a really bad boat experience?
I mean, I've been on the ferry quite a lot to England to France.
Cross-channel ferry, England to France.
Boat.
Has it ever been very rough?
I've been on the ferry too. It's quite nice. I like the ferry.
Yeah?
I'm not a big fan of a boat.
No, nor am I.
I must admit. I did go, do you know what? I went on holiday to Elba with my friend Andrea, who's Italian, and all of his friends are Italian. And it was the 2003, because it was the heat wave. And me and Andrea, we were working in a bar, and we would come on and we were wearing all this sunscreen. And they were all laughing at us for being so pale. And it was his friends. And what we would do, they would take this little boat out into the middle of, the sea. And we wouldn't go on beaches. They'd just have picnics and stuff like that. And then tease us for being so white. And all the Italian girls, it was really weird. Like, they loved the sun. They were like wearing factor 4, but they would never take off their bikini tops, it's just like French girls would just take off their top and just get like a really nice tan. And it's just friends, it's kind of quite private. Like, it's just very acceptable, but it's obviously like a no-go. So they had these really sort of weird tan lines. And I was just like, get your tits out, love. I mean, like, why are you being so modest? Like, it just felt strange because it was like it was just couples and friends.
Because they ended up with these tan lines.
Yeah, and maybe that was desirable because they like that in Brazil. Anyway, I couldn't speak Italian, so I did end up drinking quite a lot of wine every time I was out on that picnic boat. Try and imagine, because I know I'm very sober.
Just imagine Amber with her tits out, drunk on wine.
I didn't get my tits out. I wasn't trying to get a tan.
Of course, she was trying. Yeah.
And so I was getting drunk, and so it was quite a sort of hazy, boozy, confusing boat ride, but it was quite pleasant.
Okay, that's not so bad. It's certainly better than jumping out of the way of a propeller.
Yeah, no propellers ever.
Yeah, okay.
No, my only negative memory of a boat really is, well, actually, on that ferry, I'm going to change the story now. We were on a school trip, I think, to Disneyland,
From England
to Paris.
Disneyland in Paris.
Yeah, or it was to go see some of the trenches in Belgium.
Not quite the same trip.
No, I can't remember. But we were on a school trip on the ferry, and at some point something happened where I think there was like another school on the same ferry as us. My memory's a bit hazy of this, but all I do remember is me being chased by some kids that were not from my school, that were older, trying to beat the shit out of me, and me hiding in the toilets, like in the cubicle toilets of this ferry. It was horrible, but it wasn't related to the boat. The boat was fine.
Not the boat's fault.
No, not the boat's fault.
Sounds like some sort of Tom Hanks film or something.
Yeah.
Where Captain Phillips kind of situation. Okay. I had a horrible experience on a boat once. I was in Vietnam, Halong Bay, if you know it. It's an amazing place with these incredible sort of rocky mountains that rise up out of the water, and stayed on this horrible grotty boat, which was full of mice. There were mice, and I was sleeping in a bunk bed right above the engine, and for some reason they kept the engine all night, so it was like this was my night. Oh, a mouse. I don't know why they kept the...
You need a ship's cat, don't you?
Yes, they needed a cat on that ship, so that wasn't great, but beautiful place. Anyway, number 2. You ready for number 2?
We're ready.
So the Pope once declared black cats to be an incarnation of Satan. Once more, the Pope once declared black cats to be an incarnation of Satan. Satan, the devil himself.
Now,
Lucifer. True or false?
The urban legend is that black cats are bad luck. So that it wouldn't surprise me if that was true. But also, why are black cats unlucky? Why are they supposed to, like in The Matrix, the film? That was the first time I had heard this myth about black cats being bad luck. Is in the film The Matrix.
Sometimes I wonder about Paul.
This is his reference point.
The gaps, the gaps
Matrix
are so weird. So you just suddenly come across one and you're like, how?
Do you not remember the
Yes, we all remember that, but we all knew it before.
I didn't.
I know, that's what we're saying. We're surprised.
I
suppose you were little.
He's only young. He's only small.
He's little. Listen, black cats, it's kind of a myth, and it seems that it's sort of mixed up with law, and it doesn't feel very Catholic. That said, some popes have been absolutely bonkers. Like when the Knights Templar were tortured to death, Jacques de Molay and the gang, they made them, under torture, admit to all sorts of weird things, as in worshipping the devil in the form of a cat and all sorts of really sort of peculiar things. Now, did the Pope ever say black cats are devils? I don't know. But have people admitted to worshipping the devil as a sort of cat? I think that is possible, and it could be related. A lot of strange things happened in the 12th and 13th century.
It sounds like it could be true, but it could also just be a trick question of like, oh, we all know that black cats are negative, so it could be, And
like, what would the Pope have to do to weigh in on cats?
Yeah, why would he care?
Why would the Pope be getting his popely fingers dirty? I don't know. I think honestly, it could be both. What do you think?
Let's go with no, since the first one was true. Let's go.
You're thinking the second one is going to be no.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
I need to keep score here, don't I?
Oh yeah, keep score.
So I've got right and wrong. So right, you got one right already. So you're saying false. It's actually true, guys. It's true.
Tell us more.
You were right. 13th century. Pope Gregory the IX.
Yeah.
1227 to 1241. He was the Pope. That's not his age. That's not.
Yes.
I think. Anyway, Pope Gregory the IX believed that black cats were tied to the devil. They were connected to the devil in some way. I don't really know why he thought that, but anyway, that caused many followers to shun, meaning reject, or even kill cats. And some people believe that the resulting lack of cats
helped the plague.
Helped to contribute to the spread of the Black Plague, because obviously cats weren't there to bring down the numbers of rats that carried the plague. So some people believe that the Pope sort of saying that cats were of the devil led inadvertently to the spread of the Black Plague. Interesting bit of trivia. Questions. Are you superstitious What superstitions can you just not help following? For example, how do you feel if a black cat crosses your path? Do you have any kind of superstitious tendencies whatsoever?
I do the opposite on purpose. Like I will walk under a ladder on purpose.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I
wouldn't recommend
I don't walk under ladders, but not because of superstition. That just feels practical common sense.
Yeah, that's one of those practical
That is one of the No, there's loads of black cats at my daughter's school, actually. There's tons, and they're absolutely delightful. No, I mean, I don't know. I think superstitions, they're fun because they come from lore or history and things like that. And I think they're fun. And I teach, you know how you have got to say hello to the magpie?
You've got to say hello to the magpie.
Do you?
Yeah. Or salute the magpie.
Well, okay, hold on. There's a superstition in the UK about magpies.
I thought it was just if there's one of them.
Just one,
Yeah.
yes.
1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. And
3
there's
for a girl, 4 for a boy.
3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, and so on and so forth. There's a whole...
I didn't realise there was a song about it.
There's a rhyme about magpies, which are related to crows. Black and white birds, part of the kind of corvid family. And in the UK, if you see 1 magpie, that's bad luck. If you see 2, that's good luck.
Yeah.
And if you see 1, you're supposed to say hello to it, are you?
Well, you're supposed to salute the magpie, or you can say hello, or you somehow sort of address the magpie
To break the bad luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got one in our garden. It's just one. We've never seen the other one.
Okay.
But it's like all the time.
Harbinger of doom, it would seem.
You need to certainly tip your hat, raise your glass to that magpie.
I will next time.
But I don't believe it, but I do think it's a nice thing to do. So when I'm out with my children, or my daughter especially, because she's little, and we see one little magpie, we say, good morning, Mr. Magpie, or sometimes like in England we say, good morning, Mr. Magpie, how's your lady wife? And some people would salute them, but like some sort of like acknowledgement of the magpie, not for superstition, just because it's pleasant to see a magpie and salute them. And I like the corvid family.
Yes, they are the most intelligent of birds.
They are.
Yeah, I have this weird superstition, which like once upon a time, I was walking down the street with my friend, and in the UK you get these sort of manhole covers that are in a series. So you get like you'll get 2, and then
3,
or 3, or 1.
Yeah.
1, a pair, or a triplet. I don't know. 1 manhole cover. These are like covers in the streets that cover up electrical cables,
and it's like they're square,
and they come in single ones, double ones, or triple ones. And we were walking down the street, and my friend told me, that if you stand on 1, that's bad luck. If you stand on 2, if you step on 2, that's good luck. And if you step on 3,
he confused that with the magpies.
That if you step on 3, that's also bad luck. So an odd number of manhole covers is bad luck, and an even number is good. And if you step on 1, you can step on 3 to cancel the bad luck of the previous one.
Ooh,
you make it even.
The maths of it all.
And that for some reason totally stuck in my head, and I cannot walk down the street in England now without either avoiding odd-numbered manhole covers or proudly stepping on both even-numbered ones. There's no logic to it at all, but I don't know, but it's fun.
I mean, that's the whole thing about superstitions. As long as they're fun and don't sort of make your life difficult or confusing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So there you go. So you got one right, one wrong.
I feel we were half right. We were bordering right with that.
Well, in the sense that something can be either true or false. You got it wrong. Well, anyway.
Go on then. Carry on.
Number 3. In the past, dentures, false teeth, right? In the past, dentures, false teeth, were only used on corpses to make them look as healthy as possible in death. In the past, false teeth were only used on corpses, that's dead bodies, to make them look as healthy as possible in death. Can you just explain the idea?
Well, when you die, your face sort of shrinks and shrivels, as does all of you. And so if you were going to be displayed in an open casket, for example, what they sometimes do is they're trying to make you look like nice. You should know about this because Irish people love a big wake, don't they? And everyone likes to have a good look at the dead.
But
so put on some makeup.
I've never been to an Irish wake before, but I've seen my wife's family in that state. And
dead?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
My wife's family. Why did you see that? Were you responsible? I mean, sounding very curious.
All of them, all at the same time.
Were you standing over them with a knife?
Because her dad passed away and her grandma passed away, so we saw them being prepared, not being prepared, but prepared for being buried
in the
open casket. With like their nice clothes on. So again, it's a thing that sounds like it could be true. Although
no, it doesn't sound like it's true. It sounds like absolute nonsense. I'm sorry, that's rubbish.
Your teeth don't change from when you die to when.
No one's going to.
Unless you got killed by getting your teeth knocked out. No one's going to put
any bloody dentures on a dead body.
Also, no one's smiling.
It takes time, effort. No, listen, it takes time and effort. They'll stuff in some bloody hay. I'm sure dentures are old and been around. It's nonsense.
Yeah, it's bollocks because you don't.
No one's going to waste time making dentures for the dead.
No one's looking. Well, they make other things for the dead.
Not dentures. They can make. I'm sure dentures have been around for the living. I'm sure.
It's also
in the past.
She's very.
When is the past? Yesterday?
Yeah.
I need a date.
Just generally.
No,
generally
the past. For the Egyptians, like when are we talking?
They don't have you smiling when you die and then they.
No, but your face does cove in a little bit.
But,
so they stuff it a little bit.
Yeah, but the dentures is like making them look nice. Because then
your mouth
they don't
is
have
shut.
you smiling.
You know that when
your mouth is shut.
When you're in a coffin smiling.
Yeah.
You know with the way that dead bodies are always smiling.
Yeah, exactly. It's bollocks.
Yeah. So you're saying bollocks?
Yeah, we are saying rubbish.
Bollocks. That's a British English swear word.
It's going to be true now. I'm like, no,
bullshit.
It's surely not
It
true.
is in fact false. The teeth of dead people. So this is it's not. Dentures were not used on corpses, but the teeth of dead people were pulled out.
I know that to make dentures.
To make dentures for the living.
Waste not, want not.
Right.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Waste not what you don't want. Yeah. So the dead person died. They'd pull out the teeth, put them in a set of dentures, and then give them to. There you go, Mrs. Smith. Put these in. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Henry IV had some dentures. Anyway, continue.
Question: how are your teeth?
We're English. That's a oxymoron, isn't it? Hey!
Oh. Do you know what? My son has just had braces put on.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
And is he okay with the braces, or does he hate them?
No, he's okay. It's just like college, like middle school age. It's a very inelegant age, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a rough time.
When you're starting to go into puberty.
Yeah, and he's got braces, and I've kind of realised he's got a bit of a wandering eye. Oh, he's all broken. It's all just
But
doctor appointments.
If he fixes it now, so when I was like 12, maybe 11, I had like 6 teeth taken out at the same time.
Yeah.
Because my mouth was too small for the teeth. So I can't remember how many teeth. How many teeth are you supposed to have? Is it 32?
Don't know.
No idea.
It's in the 30s of how many teeth you're supposed to have, and I have like 24 or something like that. Yeah. And I was in hospital for 4 days while that happened.
4 days.
Yeah. So they put me to sleep, and they pulled the teeth
these
out.
back teeth?
You know what? They could have just
mixture. Yeah.
They could have all done it in one go, just bam like that. It would have put you to sleep and removed your teeth in one go.
I had 4 or 5 teeth taken out, and they just did it in a day.
They did it in a day, but they gave me a general anaesthetic.
Yeah, me too.
And the problem is I swallowed so much blood that I was then vomiting blood for like 2 or 3 days afterwards. Yeah, it was
Where
horrific.
was this?
This was in Canterbury.
Blimey.
And so
in the past.
In the past.
Yeah.
It was in the past.
Yeah. Sounds medieval though, doesn't it?
It was rough. And so after that, they were like, the choice was, do I have braces, like the train track braces, which I don't know if they still do anymore.
Yeah.
They do they? That's like the cheapest option, because I feel like...
The ones that are glued to your teeth?
Yeah.
No, that's what all the kids have.
Really?
Yeah, that's what my son's got.
I thought they stopped doing those.
Nope.
Or that it was like, I can have like a gum, a thing...
Yeah, a palette thing.
A palette thing with a wire. And because I was at school, I didn't want the train tracks. I didn't want people to make fun of me. And I now regret it because my teeth are all janky because I didn't get them sorted out when I was a kid. So it's rough for a couple of years, but then the rest of your life, people,
No, it's just rough generally.
I hate
braces or not, it's a rough time.
The British, we do have a terrible reputation for teeth.
We also do have bad teeth.
Yeah,
the French do as well, though.
Yes, they do, and they are very mean about our teeth.
Yeah,
and they are very resistant to the dentist.
Yeah.
Meaning?
I feel like in England you're meant to go every 6 months. Here I feel like everyone's just now and then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no, they do say every 6 months here, but no one does it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things with your health that you go to when it's wrong, right? You don't do. It's what I find weird is, I mean, obviously from the UK and here, healthcare is covered, except for eyes and teeth, which are the 2 things that we have the most go wrong in humans.
Right.
in Western, because eyes, we don't look out more than 200 meters if you live in a big city. You're stuck on your phone, so everyone needs glasses, and everyone's teeth go mental. But none of that's covered by social security. You need like the private healthcare to take care of it.
It's a scam, isn't it? That's how they make their money in this country. It's on your teeth and your eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why there are opticians on the street everywhere. It's boulangeries, opticians,
and florists,
pharmacies.
Sebastian's joke.
Right.
Sebastian's joke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. I was going to say Americans. They've got too many teeth.
Their teeth are too white.
Too many of them.
Too white.
Too big. Too white. Too many.
Yes. Scary teeth.
Chill out on the teeth.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Okay.
Oh, and that you got right. You got that one right. So you're doing well. You got 2 out of 3.
That was our specialist subject. The other ones is going to be very difficult.
Number 4. This one's interesting. Soviet scientists in the past.
Yeah.
Soviet scientists once tried to create a human-chimpanzee hybrid.
That sounds like something they'd do.
I think that's something that they would do, yeah. It sounds
like something they'd do.
After a few shots of vodka.
They're just like, this will
We will
work.
take a human...
chimpanzee hybrid. How would they make a hybrid, though?
Well,
they
would have a human mate with a chimpanzee, and then... Well, isn't that what they're trying? How else do you make a hybrid?
Artificial insemination.
I don't think you could mate with a chimpanzee.
What I meant
the
by
chimpanzee
mate
would have something to say about it.
One of them's not going to want to do it.
Yeah.
At least one of them. Maybe both.
The chimpanzee, basically.
The chimp will be like, no, I'm not into this.
I think you could find someone who would want to.
People do it. I mean,
people are disgusting.
People are disgusting. No, what I meant was like mate with not necessarily consciously, but if it's artificial insemination, because obviously if it's in the recent past, then you go, all right, well, we've descended from chimpanzees supposedly.
No, we didn't descend from them. We descended from the common ancestor. So humans are here, chimpanzees are here, and we share someone from way back in the past. Someone.
Someone. It definitely was someone.
It's Dave.
Dave the chimpanzee. Yeah, I'll shag anything, me. Anyway, but we descended from a common ancestor.
Okay, so it sounds like something crazy drunk people would do.
That said, though, scientists...
And I'm saying that all of Russia is crazy and drunk. No, what I'm saying is...
That said, scientists must be able to look, at a sort of molecular level and think, oh, that's not going to work.
Yeah, but this is in the past. So how far in the past did they know that wouldn't work?
I can imagine they might try and have an experiment. I'm sure it's crossed their mind.
Because, I mean, nowadays it would be outrageous, but 20 years ago it would be like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see if it works.
Bear in mind, like the Soviets were certainly in the beginning like secular atheists, godless people.
Yeah.
Because it's faith, religious faith, that would probably stop you from doing something like that.
I don't think it is religious faith. I think it is a sort of moral compass, and I don't think you need faith to sort of put you on the right path. Do you, Luke? Do you have faith, or do you go around punching people?
Just accept that maybe you'd have a vested interest in proving.
I see what you mean.
Proving the scientific theories.
Yeah.
That back up the theory of evolution. Not that it's necessary, because I think that what's his name? Who's the evolution guy? Darwin did was sufficient. You don't actually need to try and make a chimpanzee. Himpanzee. That's it. Or a human.
A human himpanzee.
Okay, so are you saying it's true or false?
I'm going to say it's true.
You're going for true. Okay, I'm sticking with you. I think it's nonsense, but let's go with true.
It's true. I love it. It's true, guys.
Oh, come on.
You got it right.
We got it right. Well done.
It's obviously male. It's obviously men that have decided to do this.
Of course it is. No woman would do that.
Exactly.
Let us guess, it didn't work. The himpanzee was a failure.
Fortunately, they were unable to inseminate the chimp with human sperm.
Yeah.
And so fortunately it didn't work. But the reasons I gave were...
I can see why they were wondering about it.
Yeah, they wanted to sort of...
what a horrible thing to do, though.
In order to prove the theories of evolution and
doesn't
all
prove
that
the theories of evolution, does it? No.
What's worse, sending a chimp up to space that is going to die, or just trying to inseminate it with a little injection?
Trying to inseminate it with an injection is worse.
Yes.
Well, what if it had worked? That's gross.
Imagine.
Horrible.
I mean, it's like this. That's like the.
It wouldn't have worked, obviously.
I don't know. Would it?
To be honest, that's like something from a Resident Evil computer game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Definitely. So my question then for you is, if you could now. Hold on.
Shag a chimpanzee.
No. If you could, would you trade any quality or ability from a chimp in return for lower IQ? So let me just explain that. So you can take any ability
you
or
could
quality.
do something that a chimp can do.
Yeah, you could take
you need to be
something.
more fit.
Can't we do everything that chimps can do?
No.
Can't, we don't. They're really good at pull-ups. Have you seen?
They're stronger than us. They're stronger than us. They're more agile than us. They have various things that chimps can do that we can't do. So would you trade intelligence, like lower your intelligence a bit more, in return for something
Can
that
I
chimps
reduce
can do?
my intelligence anymore?
I think you can. There's always room for
To be more stupid.
yeah.
to be more moronic.
So
Luke.
like
Luke, come on. What can a chimp do that I could possibly want to do?
You know why he's asking this question?
I don't do parkour.
It's because he's thought about this question and he has an answer
I
to
haven't
it.
honestly.
Oh,
I
no?
haven't actually.
No, that question is usually, to be fair, because that question I have come across before is usually, would you trade like good looks? Like if you could be sort of like incredibly good looking or like young looking
but
or
a bit
fit, like, you know,
stupid.
if you could be more attractive but a bit more stupid, would you do it?
Chimps aren't
Yeah.
particularly attractive though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This just doesn't work with chimps because
Right.
there's not that many things that you think like.
Let me just put it this way.
Okay.
Would you like to be able to swing from tree to tree
I
in
mean-
return for like being a bit more stupid? Or
I would like to be a chimp in the sense that
just
like
straight chimp, 100%
yeah,
chimp?
just like it seems
Chimp
like they're
now.
having a great time. Like any animal, cats, dogs, like they. Do you know what I mean? Like being a human is a pain in the ass.
Like things that chimps
Having
can...
consciousness is a pain in the ass. Like just imagine your day is just sitting around in whatever life you live, whether it's in the jungle, in the desert, wherever it is, and all you have to do is eat and shag and go to sleep.
But
That's it. You don't need to work.
pick fleas out of your friend's
Yeah.
hair,
It's
scratch your
that's a
bum,
lie.
eat a banana.
I look at my cat every day. I'm just like, oh God, why can't I be that?
Very.
I don't enjoy being human. Do you know what I mean?
He wants to be a himpanzee.
How high are we? 6th floor. Right. Let's see if I can.
Paul, I know some scientists from the past
from the past.
who might
They
be
can
able to
get a
help.
knitting needle up that nose and they can
And
get
just
away
like-
your humanity.
Just get,
Just like one of those Egyptian things. Get a
Ignorance
hook
is
up the
bliss.
nose, pop, the brain comes
exactly.
out.
Do you know that
Ignorance
the
is bliss.
Egyptians, they got rid of the brain because, maybe you know this and that's why you were just saying that just
This
now.
is question 5. Don't spoil it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, because you know they would mummify you,
Yeah.
but they thought that your heart was where you did your thinking. Like the heart was the most important organ, and your brain was just sort of mush, and they would just like get it out. So all those mummies are just sort of brainless.
Yeah.
A lot of heart, but no brain. Like some people we know, probably.
Number
Okay.
5. In the Roman Empire, horse urine was used as mouthwash.
Oh.
Horse urine was used as
Horse
mouthwash.
urine was used as mouthwash in the Roman Empire.
I don't think anyone.
True or false?
False, I'm going to say. That's my first reaction.
Yeah, I mean, urine has been used for all sorts of things. You know, like tanners need urine to make leather. And that's where that expression, not a pot to piss in, comes in, because people would sell their urine to the tanners. And if you were so poor, you didn't even have a
The
pot
to piss in.
to sell your piss.
Wow.
So, like, urine does have lots of
Properties.
things. In the 16th century, donkey urine was considered like very medicinal, and Catherine de Medici had to sort of drink it to try and get pregnant. It's not a far stretched for me that they might think it had some sort of antiseptic properties. And of course, there were loads of horses pissing up a storm, wasn't there? You know, with those Roman legions.
Certainly had plenty of horse urine.
They certainly had plenty of horse urine. But
I don't think people were bothered about teeth back then.
do you not?
Or like your breath. Mouthwash is to.
Mouthwash.
I mean, I guess the
But
primary thing that we do with mouthwash now is just to make your breath smell good, right?
But toothache, like, is debilitating, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That
if
is
you're
true.
like in the past, as Luke likes to talk about, if you're in the past, you might be, you know, you and you're with your legion and you're out kind of like conquering Europe. You definitely don't want to be debilitated with anything, do
You
you?
need to conquer urine before you conquer Europe.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure they had some sort of like weird, you know, medicinal ideas.
Or
Now-
gargle urine before you conquer Europe. No.
Yeah, I think now that you're explaining it, I'm going.
I mean, I
I'm
don't know that
liking
it would
this theory.
be horse pee.
Well, that's maybe a human pee. You mean their own pee?
Not human pee. I can go, but also like horses, they only eat like grass and things like that. Like there's worse.
So
pee.
you mean ça va?
Ça va. They're a worse pee, I'd say. I think it's disgusting, but I'm leaning to yes.
True or false?
Okay.
Amber's leaning towards true.
How would they collect it? Oh,
I'll go with true with you then. If
You're going true?
Go on then.
It's false.
Oh.
But they did use human urine
Come on.
as mouthwash. Do you want me to tell you what the science is
Yes,
behind
tell
this?
us.
So the active ingredient that they were looking for was ammonia. Because when urine is left to sit, when you just leave it, it decomposes and produces ammonia, which is a powerful cleaning agent.
And they knew that back then.
Yeah, so ammonia can whiten teeth. Ammonia is a precursor
You're
to
going to
many
give people ideas, Luke.
to many. Don't do this, listeners. Okay. Ammonia is a precursor to many modern cleaning products. It helped dissolve stains and whiten teeth, and also it acted as a disinfectant, though at the cost of being incredibly caustic and smelling like a Roman latrine. So it did not help to make your breath minty fresh, but it made your teeth a bit whiter. So question, who is the person with the worst breath that you've ever met?
Oh, everyone in this city.
Coffee breath.
Coffee and cigarette breath. Who's the person who
I don't know, but when you do meet someone with bad breath, it is very difficult. But then when you suspect that you might have bad breath, that is... I just gave you some mints earlier because I'm always working with people, so I'm always really...
conscious.
Concerned about that. So I always want to... It's horrible, like if you've had coffee or whatever like that, you think your breath might smell, but like, it's usually your teacher, isn't it? You know, who's leaning over you. That's all right. Oh, you need to redo that.
I mean, my daughter's got pretty rank breath, to be honest.
Your daughter? Oh, come on. She smells
does,
sweet.
She does. In the morning when she comes in and she... I mean, I'm sure we both equally have bad breath, but when we see each other for the first time in the morning and all she does is talk, she's just She yaps.
Where does she get it from?
I don't know. No idea. Between me and my wife. And so there's quite a lot of times where it's a bit like you have to wince when I'm,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's such a cutie.
Rank, that's a good word.
It isn't.
It means disgusting,
Minging.
listeners. It's like a slang word meaning disgusting.
How about you? Did you know any?
Well, I had this student once. I can't remember where he was from, but I remember one day he was... I put, as an English teacher, I put students in little groups or pairs, and I paired him up with another student. And I noticed she was like sitting back like this, and then at the end or some point in the lesson she was like, can I not work with him because his breath smells so much? And I was like, oh really? And at one point I did sort of lean down, talk to him, and he spoke to me, and it was like pow, kind of like being a bit like being punched in the face. And I noticed actually in his teeth were bits of like pistachio in his teeth. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty disgusting. The next day, same bits of pistachio were still there.
But bad teeth like that is bacteria. It's not just like they've eaten. They've not just had, because there's coffee breath and then there is rancid.
Actual halitosis.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're not brushing your teeth, then the food that's left in your teeth does then basically the bacteria feeds on the sugar and all that stuff.
Do you know what you should use? A bit of piss.
Yeah. I don't know what I did. I think I said to him, I actually spoke to him.
It's a kindness.
I said to him, I think you should brush your teeth. I think I actually said something to him.
I think you should say something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so that was the first category. That was history.
Okay, we did not too badly.
That was history, aka in the past.
In the past.
That was the past. Now, the next category is simply uncategorizable facts. Okay, so we're moving on to number 6, which is this. Tea is banned in the British Armed Forces. Tea is banned in the British Army.
What?
Tea is banned in the British Army. It's banned in the British Army.
Isn't that how we got through the wars?
This must be one of those bylaws. If it's true, it's something just like... Once upon a time, they banned tea and they've never changed it. But of course, you couldn't fight a single war without tea. The English didn't build an empire to go and steal tea without tea.
Yeah.
What do you mean by tea? Drinking tea? Stealing tea? Importing tea?
making and drinking
A cup of tea.
cups of tea, or a cup of tea, yes. Tea. No, are you drinking tea? Right, put that out. Put that out. Throw that away. Put out that fire. How are you making tea? Right, stop it.
Is it...
Up against the wall.
Do we have any more information about
No, that's
the
it.
drinking?
That's it.
Tea is banned in the British Army.
Okay.
I'm going to have to hurry you.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna say it's a lie.
It must be true because you would never make something like that up. It's too wild. It's too wild.
I feel like they've got cups in their little things.
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel it's like, trench warfare and they were all boiling the kettle and, what were they called? Johnny Foreigner was the German.
I think it's
Tommy
yeah,
was
because hold on,
seeing
I think
the plume of smoke and shooting them down.
But then hold on, if you because then the alternative is you've got to have water with you that isn't boiling, and so where do you get drinking water from if you're out and about? In the middle of nowhere, you're not carrying a bottle of Evian with you. So the way to do that is to boil the water, and then to make it taste less shit, you put a bag of tea in it. I guess that's how. It's like gin and tonic, same thing. The reason gin and tonic exists is because
malaria
is malaria, but they couldn't just drink how do you say it in English? Quinine on its own, so they had to mix it with something to make it taste less like shit, and which is how tonic. And
Okay,
gin and
so you're
tonic.
saying no.
I'm going to say no, but it's probably. I think you're right.
I'll go with you. I'm sticking with you, but I feel it's right.
We went with you last time and we got it wrong.
And we did. Okay, it's true.
Tea is banned in the British Armed Forces is false. Of course it's false.
I was expecting
Of
it to be
course
so
it's-
ridiculous that it was true.
Of course it's
Saved
false.
us.
In fact, it's the
We overthought it.
Yeah.
it's the exact opposite. Tea is
Compulsory.
Is encouraged. It is drunk a lot.
Drop and give me 50 dunks of the bag, soldier.
It's drunk a lot on the battlefield where it can raise morale.
It certainly
A
can.
nice cup of tea
Yeah.
makes everything all right, and it also keeps soldiers warm.
Do you know what? I'm
foxholes.
actually relieved because I was
Yeah.
just thinking, was there a time when people couldn't drink tea?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been devastating.
I know.
Tea is issued in army rations, right?
Good.
And fun fact: British tanks are equipped
With a kettle?
with inbuilt tea making facilities.
Better than
Amazing.
most French hotels.
Yes.
True.
Since the end of World War II, nearly every British primary armoured vehicle has been equipped
That's amazing.
I love that fact.
with a specialised piece of equipment called a boiling vessel, or BV for short. While
BV.
while the names
Kettle. I
Well-
could just call it a kettle.
well, it's not
They
Boiling-
need acronyms in the army.
boiling
Everything's
vessel.
acronyms.
it's not
Soldier, get to the BV.
not actually a kettle. The name
No.
sounds technical. Its primary purpose is exactly what you suspect, making tea. It's actually a tank of water that's connected to the tank's electrical systems.
Wow.
And it boils super fast.
They designed that and they were like, right, and how are we going to get around the problem of tea? And they came up with a
I know.
fantastic solution.
What I love about it
But
is
no, you're right, because what previously soldiers had to do is they would get out of the tank and sit
Dangerous.
down on the ground
For
with
their tea.
with a little
heater.
little fire
Gas
thing, a little
thing.
gas
Yeah.
fire, making their tea outside, and then they would be sitting ducks for the enemy. Now they can do it inside the safety and confinement of the tank.
Do you know, I bet there would be other cultures that would be interested in this BV. You
Yeah,
know,
maybe
the
we
tea
could-
drinking cultures.
Or it's like the German tanks have got like an extra gun on them, and we were like, well, we don't really have the space for the extra
Ooh, we
weapons.
need the
we
gun.
need the water to be boiled in our tank.
Yeah.
So that's taking up space that could be used for.
Yeah, but their boosted morale and their sort of like attuned senses, thanks to their lovely brew, means that one gun is enough.
Is
They
enough,
don't
yeah.
need the extra gun. They're just choo choo choo.
This is why the British Army is the greatest army in the world. Because
Do you
all
ever
our
see-
tanks are equipped with boiling vessels,
Oh, that's amazing.
brewing up cups of good old-fashioned British tea made in India.
Do you ever see those like competitions between like a Royal Marine and like an American
Yeah.
SEAL? Do you ever see them? And they're always really funny because the Royal Marine kind of people, they kind of win on anything which is like agility, but the Americans are just gigantic.
Yeah.
Anything that comes to like
Strength.
heavy
Yeah.
lifting.
Right.
I bet they don't. What I'm trying to say is, bet they don't have a boiling vessel. They heat up their tea in the microwave.
They blow up a building and then use the heat from that to make coffee.
Coffee.
Questions. How important is tea for you?
Oh,
Vital.
Yeah.
it's actually become less. I used to drink multiple cups of tea a day, and then we got a good coffee machine, and now I'm doing the coffee. But now the coffee machine doesn't. It's annoying me because we've got like proper good beans, and the machine's like it's not what's the word, grinding them properly, so they get stuck and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I've tried, but the thing is,
don't do that. Just
get a cup of tea.
Drink tea.
The thing about tea is I do drink coffee as well, but it's like when only tea will do. Only tea will do.
When you've had a bad day, you're feeling when you're feeling a bit upset, a cup of coffee makes it worse.
No.
And you can't have a cup of coffee at 6 p.m. in the dark when it's raining outside.
Middle of the night.
Exactly.
There's been a tragedy.
Yeah.
Cup of tea.
No one's got exactly. Or you're just feeling a bit down. Bath, tea.
Yeah.
Right as rain. Yeah.
Okay, so you got that one absolutely right, didn't you?
We did.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 7. Here we go.
Yeah.
You've heard of the Heimlich manoeuvre.
Yes.
What is the Heimlich manoeuvre?
If someone has something trapped in their throat, in their windpipe, you can go behind them and sort of hit them so that it causes it to be expelled.
Yeah, well, as Eddie Izzard said, you put a fist in the solar plexus, a hoocha, 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 and a lobster will come out.
Yes.
That's basically the Heimlich manoeuvre.
Absolutely.
So, the Heimlich manoeuvre wasn't invented until the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
The Heimlich manoeuvre was not invented until the 1970s. True or false? Paul's got no clue.
I feel like that's late.
For the Heimlich?
I feel like
I
that's...
think we lost a lot of people.
Isn't Heimlich eponymous? Isn't he Mr. Heimlich? Is it
Dr. Heimlich?
Dr. Heimlich. Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
I believe it was invented quite late. I mean, it's still the past, the 1970s. I mean,
it's still in the past, yes, but it's fairly recent.
I'd say
you lot were born in the 70s, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. Fairly recent.
Fairly recently, exactly, the very recent past. You lot. Yes.
Know your place, Paul
in the late
Taylor.
1900s.
The late 1900s.
Yeah,
not even that late.
Jeez,
You know?
mid to late 1900s.
So I was talking to someone who was like, "Oh yeah, you know the kids." He's like a teacher. He's like, "Oh, they sort of teasing me all late 1900s. I was born in 1993," and I was just thinking, "Oh my god, that's very recently." I don't know why you're.
Shouldn't be allowed, should it? Really, no one should be allowed to be born after the year 2000, except our kids.
Children, children. I've never seen an old-fashioned movie.
That's a good point.
He appears to be choking. He appears to be choking. Quick, give him the Heimlich manoeuvre. What?
Oh no, doll! What's happened? He's choking on his sandwich. Quickly, come over here.
Give him the Heimlich manoeuvre.
Give him the Heimlich manoeuvre.
Come on, you know the Heimlich manoeuvre.
And a lobster comes out. No, I'm going to say it was invented in the 1970s. What do you think?
Okay.
I've never seen it in a movie. Mind you, is a Heimlich manoeuvre something that we want to see? I don't know. I think it's...
You can imagine it in a comedy film.
I can. I think it is relatively recent. I think it's recent. Okay.
It is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, well done. You got it right.
Well done.
You got it right. So, Henry Heimlich.
Eponymous and alliterative.
We like it.
Lovely.
Henry Heimlich first published his paper on the subject in 1974, so I'm presuming this is Dr. Heimlich.
Dr. Heimlich.
Up until then, choking was mainly dealt with by slapping the victim on the back.
Still
a practice that is highly discouraged today. Apparently that doesn't work.
It depends.
Unless you want to encourage the person for choking. Like, well done, that's it, keep choking.
No, the difference is, because I did a first aid training, and if someone is coughing, like if they're choking but they're coughing, you mustn't touch them because the air is still getting in. And if you hit them on the back, you can cause them to choke more. But if they're completely, no air is coming in or out, then you can Heimlich and you can hit. Okay. They say you should alternate.
Oh, really? Okay.
With children, that's what they say.
Have you heard that Eddie Izzard stand-up routine?
I haven't, no.
It's very funny. There's, it's like, he talks about the Heimlich manoeuvre, which is a very difficult thing to say when you're choking.
Or is it?
Well, your hymen's been removed.
Oh.
And then he talks about basically how did Dr. Heimlich invent the Heimlich manoeuvre? Did he come up with it in one moment? Or did he experiment with it and eventually discover it? How many people died as he was trying. Okay, Hans, I want you to just follow this golf ball. But But Dr. Heimlich, I cannot breathe. That is okay. I've planned for you not to breathe, and I will now make you breathe with the use of my manoeuvre. And it's a knee in the bollocks, and it's a fist in the solar plexus, and a knee and fist and frying pan in the
Was
face.
he German, Dr. Heimlich?
I don't know.
It sounds German.
But also, it's like the mistake I made yesterday when I was like, das Schneider Electric Marathon. Apparently, Schneider Electric is French.
Is it?
Yeah,
Doesn't
apparently.
sound it.
Schneider.
This is what one person said in the comments, so they might
If
be talking
only there was
shit
a way
as well.
to check.
I know, I didn't bother.
If only there was a way. No one will ever
I
know.
know. Yeah,
Interesting.
it is. Discussion question: have you ever choked on anything?
Just the memories of my shameful past. No.
No. I
is French.
once was in a restaurant with my dad, and at the end of the meal, they gave us mints. You know, those round white mints.
Yeah.
And I popped the mint in my mouth, and we were chatting away, and it just went boom straight into my windpipe. And for a moment, I thought I was.
Me.
I
Goodbye.
thought, that's it. And then pew, came back into my mouth, and I was like, "Oh, thank God for that." That was terrifying.
No.
Yes. Okay. So you are currently on 5-2.
We're doing all right. We're doing good.
You got 5 correct, 2 of them wrong. Number 8.
Okay.
Cornflakes. You know, the breakfast cereal. Cornflakes were originally invented to help people suppress the urge to masturbate. Cornflakes were originally invented to help people suppress the urge to masturbate.
That's so
'Cause it's
ridiculous. It's
such a
got to be true.
So wait a minute. We need to explain what to suppress the urge to masturbate means.
to
Which one of you
Well,
wants
To stop.
What do you want us to? Suppress the verb to suppress.
Suppress the urge to do something.
To stop you wanting to.
To reduce.
If you have an urge to do something, you just suddenly really want
desire,
to do it.
yeah.
And if you suppress that urge, you reduce the sudden desire to masturbate. We all know what masturbating is, don't
Yes.
we? I mean,
What kind of podcast is this, Luke? You've taken.
surely I've explained that one before.
Surely you have.
So, wanking, right?
I mean, if it's true, I'm going to need to buy some more cornflakes.
Do you know cornflakes are weirdly older than you think they are? Because
They
we've got
are,
a game. You know, Timeline. Do you know that game?
No.
Cornflakes is on there, and we were just like, oh, the 1950s, and it was something ridiculous like the 1800s. It was really
Wow.
old, and we were like,
I didn't realise that.
how are cornflakes so old? I can't remember how old, but it was like really, really a completely different period. Why were they invented? I cannot see a
They were
correlation.
invented to suppress.
In order to help people stop
Because they're so
wanking.
depressing. They're such a depressing breakfast. You'd be like, too sad.
Well, I don't see
Speaking
how.
from personal experience,
I can't imagine what it could, because if it's true, you got to think: is it because, is it due to the
chemical makeup
yeah,
of the
that's
cornflake.
exactly the word I was going to use, and I thought that's too serious. But yeah, is it because of the chemical makeup?
It's the opposite of Viagra, basically.
What did you say? You said true.
No, I said if it is true, would it be because eating something would make you not masturbate, or is it because what's in the cornflakes? But what's in a cornflake? It's just a flake
Of corn.
So why would normal corn not suppress the?
Maybe it's meant to make you think of the little wafer
It's like
of
corny.
Jesus, and you're just thinking, oh, what would Jesus do?
Maybe it's because you get a free toy in it, and then you're like, oh well, I guess
I'll just play with
I'll
this
just play
instead
with
of
it.
playing with that.
A plastic car.
Corny, not horny.
Corny. Oh,
I didn't write that down, by the way. Just in my defence, I came
yeah.
up with that.
Well, but that, if it was true, that's the marketing of it.
Yeah.
corny, not horny. What are you saying? I think we just got to. We need to find out the answer because this is ridiculous.
I know.
What are you saying?
What was the last thing? We've got a margin for error. I'm going to say yes. Should
Let's
we
go
just
for
say
yes.
for
Yes,
last?
yes. Go for it.
You are absolutely right. It is true. It is true.
Why?
Let me just
Tell
mark.
us everything.
Let me mark the point for you there.
I'm glad we won the point, but we need more info now.
yeah.
So, okay, the Kellogg brothers, the ones who invented cornflakes, Kellogg's cornflakes.
Yeah.
The Kellogg brothers.
Special K.
They were late 19th century, so 1894 or something like that, in the Midwest of the United States of America. And so the Kellogg brothers were deeply religious, and they believed that the food would help their brethren suppress the urge to pleasure themselves. So let me
And they
explain.
just happen to make millions and millions of lovely dollars.
I
They
wonder
did,
why they
didn't
were
they?
so successful.
So, John Harvey Kellogg was a devout Seventh-day Adventist and a leader of the Battle Creek Sanitarium. He believed that fleshly lust was triggered by stimulating foods.
See, so boring. You cannot
You were
be bothered.
right. In his medical view,
Medical.
flavorful foods like spices, caffeine, alcohol, and especially meat inflamed the blood and overexcited the nervous system. Whereas bland foods like grains, nuts, and vegetables kept the body in a state of calm and purity. He believed that by eating a diet that was intentionally tasteless and boring.
Tasteless and boring.
Clearly, he's never been to England because,
They love it there.
we wouldn't
No
have
one's masturbating in
we-
England,
well,
that's why.
we wouldn't have come up with the word wanker, would we, if this was true? But anyway, food that's intentionally tasteless and boring, a person would naturally lose their physical urge to engage in self-vice or even have a high sex drive.
Okay.
Okay,
Then-
I see where he's going
Yeah.
with that, yeah.
There's also the invention of the cornflake was accidentally invented. John Harvey considered it to be the ultimate anti-aphrodisiac. It was crunchy, dry, required no
It
sugar
is,
or spice.
to be fair, if you stayed at someone's house and the next day they come up to the bedroom and, you know, they've got a lovely little tray, little flour and everything, and just like some cornflakes.
That's why they invented
That is pretty
Frosties.
unsexy.
That's why you have them in the morning after, not beforehand.
Yeah, but if you stay somewhere, you know, nice,
Yeah.
like Italy, if you go to Italy and you meet a lovely Italian person, the next day they're going to provide you with a lovely spread. I speak from experience. Delicious food. Cornflakes, you'd be never going back there again, would you?
So it's true, cornflakes were invented to suppress the urge to masturbate. And as a person who ate cornflakes almost exclusively during my teenage years, I can confirm that this doesn't work. Question, what's your breakfast of choice? What's your breakfast cereal of choice? I've got no questions about masturbation. Don't worry.
See, that's what I thought the questions were going to be about. Where's your favourite place?
What's your, which hand? No. What's your breakfast cereal of choice? Do you eat breakfast cereal?
No.
It's been a while, to be honest.
Have you been having impure thoughts?
My children, I would like my children to eat healthy food, but like most parents, I've buckled and they eat Cocoa Pops, but we call them pox, as in
Chicken pox.
well, any sort of, you know, a pox on your house.
Smallpox. Yeah.
And I enjoy saying that so much that I kind of managed to look past the fact they're having both an unhealthy, unfilling, and nutritionally diverse breakfast. But
Okay.
they have it, not me.
Okay. Do you so you don't eat cereal?
No, I mean granola. Like it's like a chocolate granola type of thing that my daughter has. But
Okay.
yeah, I think my favourite back in the day was probably sugar puffs.
Oh,
I
yes.
loved sugar puffs. As the French would call them smacks. Is it smacks?
Smacks.
Is it
You were a
smack?
I don't
smackhead.
know.
Smack.
Were you a smackhead?
Yeah, mate.
Do you like porridge?
I do like
I
porridge.
like-
like
I eat porridge,
I
yeah,
do like
every day.
in winter. I have porridge.
I'm a porridge lover.
Porridge is great. Porridge lover. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well. Anyway,
Okay.
you got it right. So that's six.
Fantastic.
Six right, 2 wrong. Number nine.
Yeah.
More than 200 people have died attempting to climb Mount Everest.
Oh, easy. Yes.
More than 200 people have died
Yeah.
attempting to climb Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Surely, yeah.
Yeah.
They're always dropping off. I mean, what fools?
I know.
Just leave. Oh gosh, Mount Everest. It makes me furious.
It's
Okay.
my next challenge, but it's all right.
So
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It is, would never be. It's
No,
just
I-
such
No.
stupid nonsense.
true or false?
True.
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 You're right. It is true.
It's got- can we guess the number? I think it's probably in the thousands.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't have
I'm
the
sorry, I
actual
don't have
number.
the actual number.
But it's. But I mean, because between obviously people just dying in death zone, avalanches, you know, all of that kind of stuff. I mean, and then they just leave them up there. It's disgusting. Have you seen the pictures of Mount Everest? Filthy, polluted.
December 2025, at least 344 climbers have died attempting to summit Mount Everest. The majority of these
Yeah, we don't
fatalities.
care.
Yeah.
344.
Well, so my question was, would you try it? And
No.
you've already answered that.
No.
Absolutely not.
Not even a little hint of a...
No, I might like it. It's one of those things where it's like Machu Picchu. Like I would never bother going any. Like it's just too. There's too much It's too many people. It's
Too many steps.
Yeah, I've seen.
I mean, climbing up to this room up here is enough.
Yeah.
But it's expensive. You know, people spend about $100,000
I've seen
potentially kill themselves.
There's a documentary. If anyone's interested, it's a really great documentary that's dubbed in multiple languages, but it's a French YouTuber who does it and talks about all of the negative effects of the mass tourism and all it. It's a really good documentary. I got invited to jump out of an aeroplane over Mount Everest in parachute, skydiving. But it was going to be like $20,000, and also I was like,
did you see Tanya doing bungee jumping?
I did see Tanya.
That was emotional.
It was.
This is a comedian friend of ours, Tanya Dutel. She did bungee jumping.
She went bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping. That's where you kind of jump off a bridge with an elastic cable, and you go boing under the bridge.
Yeah, and she. It was really emotional because you could see she was really scared and she really wanted them to reassure her, and she did it, so really brave. But when she got up, she had felt really anxious. She felt like she had slipped, like she was actually totally in security, but you could see it had been terrifying, the whole thing.
When I did my bungee jump, I had the same thing. Like I felt like my feet were going to slip out of the thing.
That's what she said, yeah.
That's what she said.
That is actually what she said. I felt my feet were going to slip out of the thing. That's what she said.
So Everest, no, I wouldn't do it.
But Everest, I mean, even I think there is something, and I see why people are like, I want to do a challenge or challenge myself to do something. Okay, fair enough. But Mount Everest, your challenge, at what cost? Other people's lives, the environment, the quality. There were plenty of challenges, and this just feels like some sort of, I don't know, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, well, I think now that we've got because I think probably 15, 20 years ago we didn't have social media, we didn't have all of the information that we have now, and I think it was just like the myth of it's the tallest mountain, this is the challenge. But now that we've seen all the documentaries are available, you go, this just looks horrific,
horrible. Yeah.
Why would you do it?
Awful. Yeah. Okay, so you got it right. Number 10. When dinosaurs roamed the earth in the past, days were only 23 hours long. In the time of the dinosaurs,
days were only 23.
Days were only 23 hours long, rather than the standard 24 that we know now.
This is those kind of questions, where you're just like, I don't understand.
No.
Science and numbers.
No.
Honestly.
I mean, unless the impact of the meteor that killed them.
But then if days were
adjusted the trajectory of the planet.
But if days were only 23 hours long, were there less days?
Just think about
Did the dinosaurs not live as long ago?
There were no days. Yeah, it's the Earth spinning.
Yeah.
So unless that has been impacted, the speed of the Earth spinning, there's no way. I think there's because
I defer to the scientists.
Yeah, the Earth. I mean, unless something happened when they died, or for the Earth to spin quicker or slower, because that's
slower, isn't it?
It would have sped up though, wouldn't it? Oh no, it would have slowed down since then. Maybe it's slowly slowing down.
Isn't it slowing down?
No.
Feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like it's speeding up.
Yeah.
If we waited long enough, isn't the sun going to implode? Aren't we sort of slightly spinning slower?
Is it? Probably going to collide with the Andromeda galaxy first.
Weren't there that long ago?
It was like 170 million years ago. It's quite
but I mean,
ago.
in terms of in terms of the length of the planet, like the lifespan of the planet,
the entire planet.
We are but a sort of blip. If it's a 12-hour clock, we're sort of like right at the end, and dinosaurs are just a little bit further away.
Dinosaurs are like this, and we're like this.
Yeah, I feel like it's a fact that I would have heard about growing up, learning about dinosaurs, learning about science.
Dinosaur. He's a boy. He loves dinosaurs.
Dinosaur expert.
Yeah.
Dinosaur expert.
I did.
Dinospurt.
I did A-level physics. I know.
We're all impressed.
Wait,
I failed it, but.
Well, you still did it.
I got an AS level, so the one before, and then I dropped it.
Still good.
Pretty
okay.
good.
Yeah.
What Paul says.
I'm gonna. I feel like I would have heard it. I feel like it's a fact that
someone would have told Paul.
So we would have heard it by now.
No, but I think it would have been like a general knowledge question that you hear in quizzes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no, but I don't see how it could be true. But if it is true, you're going to explain it.
The AS level of physics is saying no.
Yes.
It's true.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I feel like we'd have heard this. Do you not?
Yeah.
You just feel like it's something you'd have heard before.
Yeah.
So, like something your parents would say, like, you just feel lucky
in
you
a
weren't.
textbook or something.
Dinosaur that kind of fact does feel like one of those like
It
fun
feels like
factoids.
you go, a day is 24 hours, except back in the day it used to be 23.
Except, of course, as we all know, during the time of the dinosaurs when it was 23 hours long. Or your parents are like, just be lucky you feel glad you weren't born during the time of the dinosaurs.
Exactly.
You complain about not having enough time to play with your toys.
Go on then.
Earth's rotation is slowing over time thanks to the moon's gravitational pull. So the moon is pulling on our... It is, you understand.
Yeah.
While there is no consensus on the subject, some scientists believe...
This is not true. This could be true.
While there's how much...
Some scientists believe. You mean Kellogg's?
While there is no consensus on the subject, some scientists believe that during the time of the dinosaurs, a day was about 23 hours long.
This feels like a very fuzzy fact, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we just...
But anyway, according to this, it's true, so I'm sorry.
Okay,
but
all right
23
then.
hours, no wonder they didn't survive. It must have been so stressful, having only 23 hours.
Not enough sleep.
Yeah.
Can't get anything done in a day.
So, question for you. If we got an extra hour, if we had 24 hours in a day, if we had 25 hours in a day, what would you do with the extra
Well,
hour?
technically, once a year we do. When the clocks go back, we get 25 hours in a day.
Yeah, but then they go forward again, don't they?
Yeah, but we get
Yeah,
for
but
that
for
one
one
day.
day.
For that one day, we get 25 hours.
Okay.
And next weekend we have a day with 23
so
hours.
according to that, then you just spend it in bed.
Well,
Yeah.
Stay in bed.
You do nothing.
But
Probably.
let's say you had an extra hour every day. What would you do with that extra hour? Stay in bed an extra hour?
I mean, I don't know about you guys and sleep, but I feel like as much as I want to stay in bed, I can't sleep longer than before. If I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh, it's like 8 a.m, I could go back to sleep, and then I could go back to sleep for a couple of hours. But now if I wake up at 8, I'm like, I'll try and go back to sleep, and then I just can't get back to sleep. So I wouldn't spend it in bed, but I would spend it eating cornflakes and not masturbating.
Right.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
agree,
know.
Amber? Same thing for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 11. Left-handed people...
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I am.
You're
Are
left-handed.
you left-handed?
Look, so he's using his left hand here. You see? Holding
yes,
the microphone
yes.
with his left hand.
So are you.
Right.
It's 'cause he's
yes,
using his
because
right
I'm
hand.
using my right hand to hold this telephone.
Go on.
Yeah.
So, left-handed people live an average of 9 years longer than right-handed people. Left-handed people live an average of 9 years longer than right-handed people.
Nah.
I hope not.
Nah, mate, nah.
I think it's bollocks.
I think, if anything, left-handed people die sooner.
Why would that happen, Amber Minogue?
Don't know.
Because they get made fun
I mean,
of.
it depends. Are we talking about in the past?
No, this
Because
includes...
in the past, they may have lived longer, because weren't they the sort of like fun surprise attack?
No, we would
you
get
think
killed.
I'm right? You think I'm
They'd chop up-
right-handed? Pew! I'm
in
coming
terms-
in with the left
in
hand.
terms of sword fighting.
Sword fighting,
It's
yeah.
harder
That's
to
why
deal.
we drive on the right, on the left in England.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
because of a
the horses
left-handed
and the horse.
Napoleon, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Anyway,
is it?
That's why we drive on the left, is because
It's because of
the geezer in France was left-handed, so he had his sword in his left hand, and he was arriving, and it's why France and everywhere else drives on the right, because everyone used to drive on the left until I don't know if it's Napoleon, I don't know history, but one of them was left-handed, and so in order for him to be able to kill people on his horse, he had to ride on the right hand side to then swing his sword and kill the person, but he couldn't be on the left because he'd have to reach over.
it's something to do with that.
it is something to do with that. Although I
It's
do
also
think
why
you've got that
staircases in
confused.
castles are always the same
I think that's a-
direction.
I
It's
think
so that
that's
the
a-
people at the top can.
Urban myth, actually, the castle one. But
Well-
yes, there is talk of that. Anyway,
All right, anyway.
I don't think the left-handed people
No.
do live longer. I don't know why. I just
It's
am not
9
feeling
years.
it.
It's such a long time.
Yeah.
So you're saying false or true or false?
We're saying false.
False.
It is false.
Good.
Well done.
Yeah.
In fact, you could say it's the opposite, but you'd be wrong as well. In fact, it's more or less the same. That left and right-handed people live around about the same length of time.
Nowadays, before we would get killed because we were left-handed.
Yeah, you'd be
Or
burned.
you'd surprise attack.
The devil.
Or just you'd be burned because
Yeah, the devil, along
you're
with the
left-handed.
cats. You're stroking black cats
Yeah.
with the left hand, you filthy.
And then masturbating with it.
With your cornflakes.
Sinister. Left-handed people were
Yes.
branded sinister. Question for you. Do you trust left-handed people, Amber?
Yeah, some of my best friends are left-handed.
Really? honestly, they are.
Genuinely, when I was at school, I had quite a few left-handed friends, and it was really rough for them because we all used to write with fountain pens.
Yeah, horrible.
Right.
I hate it.
And when you're left-handed with fountain pen, as you all know, it's very smudgy. And I always really felt for them because their handwriting was really nice, and then they would like write it beautifully and smudge it all along, and it was unfair.
Yeah, that was a joke question, by the way, listeners. Of course,
A joke question.
do you trust left-handed people? Of course, we can trust left-handed people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. Number 12.
Yeah.
The word butterfly stems from a typo. That's
This
a
is
typing
your
error.
language.
Language, here we go.
The word butterfly stems from a typo of the insect's original name, Flutterby.
No, that's what children say.
Originally, butterflies were called flutterbys, and through a misspelling, they became known as butterflies.
No.
Amber's saying no, but you're the language expert.
You're the language expert, but loads of children say flutterby. A flutterby. Butterfly is hard to say, and lots of children say flutterby, and I think that's why you found that question, because that is a childish mistake. This is my opinion, but you are the language expert.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's not true as well. It doesn't, because I'm trying to think of the French and Spanish words for them have got nothing to do with the English one, so I can't make a...
What is it in Spanish?
Mariposa.
Mariposa. What does that mean? Does it translate to something specific?
Maybe it does. I don't think so. It's like papillon, right? It doesn't translate to anything specific.
No.
It does. It translates to butterfly. Or flutterby.
I think flutter is a word. I think the word flutter came probably after butterfly, as in like the verb to flutter is a newish verb.
That's what butterflies do, isn't it? They flutter it describes the way that they flap their little wings and they flutter around the garden.
I don't think so.
But you think no. You are absolutely right. It is false. So you get
very good at this.
You get another one. So it's just a myth. Just a myth, common myth. But another fun fact, have you ever heard of the Nintendo computer game character Donkey Kong?
Yes.
So there's another myth, actually. Have you ever thought that it was a strange name for a big ape? Have you ever? Donkey Kong.
Yes, but there's a reason, it's based because of the Japanese word for something.
It's a myth. This is a myth. The myth goes that Donkey Kong was originally supposed to be called Monkey Kong. But due to an error, maybe a spelling error or reading error or something lost in translation between Japanese and English, he was eventually named Donkey Kong instead of Monkey Kong. But this is actually a myth as well. In fact, Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Donkey Kong and various other people, including Mario, Zelda and so on, called him Donkey because he looked in a dictionary for words relating to stubborn or goofy, and he found the word donkey, and so he called the character Donkey Kong.
Okay.
There you go.
And it sounds good.
It does sound good, doesn't it? And it worked.
It does.
And trust Shigeru Miyamoto-san because he knows what
he's doing.
Fucking doing, doesn't
He
he?
knows what he's doing.
Question, what's your favourite retro computer game? Do you have any?
I've never played computer games, and I still don't play computer games, and I think they are so boring and such a waste of time. It's beyond me.
Okay, Paul?
GoldenEye.
I was a GoldenEye master.
I
What's
loved
GoldenEye?
it. It's
James Bond 007.
well, when you come over for Easter, we'll load it up on the Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got it.
I'll take you down to Chinatown.
Roll freeze.
So I used to play GoldenEye at university because I'm older than you.
Yeah.
And in my university house, we had an N64 with 4 controllers.
Yeah, with the TV that was this big, but the split screen.
Split screen action.
Love it.
And we used to do split screen multiplayer GoldenEye, where you're basically in a sort of like a office building or something, and you're running around and there are guns lying around and you have to shoot your friends. And I used to take on all of them. It would be me versus all my friends. And we used to do the setting where it's one-shot kills.
Of course. Why would you do any other setting?
One-shot kills, and I would be given the Cougar Magnum, which is like a repeater revolver.
That has one shot.
It goes click, bang. Whereas they're in with their
machine guns.
They've all got automatic pistols. Bang, 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 bang. Mine's got a 6-shooter, and I used to wipe the floor.
Really? Okay.
Because what they didn't know is that
you had some tea.
Yeah, I had tea. I was drinking tea. The Cougar Magnum can shoot through doors, you see. That's the key difference. So they'd be there. And the key thing is to look at their screens so you know where they are. Yeah. And then you can shoot them through the door.
I think there are a lot of advantages. There are lots of things which computer games give you. Like, although I don't like playing them myself, I'm not snitty about other people playing them. Like, I think it's really sociable and useful, and you can learn lots of skills. It's just I'm just too rubbish at them.
You learn a lot of problem solving stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's not really linked to the superstition thing, but you know when you do a thing and you keep repeating it, like you were talking about the grills, the manhole covers that you walk along with the superstition. Like, I played a game on the Xbox when I was growing up called Splinter Cell, which the whole thing was like you need to sneak around into like embassies and so now, like, if I'm at home, like, I know how to go up the stairs without waking anyone up because I know which bits of the floorboard are creaking, and I'm like, I'm in that video game all the time. Like, I played video games way too. That's why I know nothing about anything. Is because
about GoldenEye.
Yeah, I know, but that's useful for one question, which I even got wrong.
I think it does. It helps the way you think. I think there's loads of advantages of video games. Just I'm rubbish at them, and I find them really boring.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 right and 3 wrong so far.
Okay.
Let's move on to. I think I've missed one. Anyway, animals and nature.
Okay.
This one is kind of language related, Paul. So
here we go.
As a language expert,
butterfly again.
So number 13. Goats have accents.
I think they do. I think goats have accents.
Give us a bit of a goat. What's your goat impression?
A goat from Liverpool would be fucking meh.
Was it a cat that had the Liverpool accent? Did I send it to you?
Yeah.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Yeah.
I think probably all animals have accents.
Goats have accents. True or false?
Let's say yes, because I want a goat to have an accent. I very much want goats to have accents.
Meh, 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 meh. I don't know what accent that is. English, probably.
That's probably English.
The answer is that it's true.
Yes. Goats have accents.
Goats have accents. Goats in different parts of the world bleat.
Yes.
That's what goats do. They bleat. They bleat in ways that are distinctively characteristic of that region.
See, they're communicating with us.
Question. You're not goats, obviously, but do you think your accent has changed over time?
Ooh. Yeah.
It has, Paul?
Yeah.
Pray expand on that.
Pray?
Pray, yeah. Pray continue.
Pray continue. Pray tell.
Pray tell. You've never heard that before?
No, I've not.
This is finally.
I'm learning English with Luke's English podcast. That's why I come to this.
Been a while since we taught him some English on this podcast.
It is true.
Yeah, you tried earlier on with the word which is when we talk to each other.
Confer.
Confer.
I knew that one.
Yeah. You knew that already.
I didn't.
So
I distinctly remember making fun of my dad's accent when I was at school in Geneva, because I think I had an American accent back then, because it was an international school and there were more Americans than Brits. So I was making fun of my dad's accent, and we sound pretty much the same. He's got a bit of a northern twang. Mm-hmm. And then I remember when I lived in Madrid, I ended up having like a weird Scottish Spanish accent, because one of my good friends that I lived at the school with, because I did 1 year of like boarding, and he was Scottish Spanish, and he had this really weird mixture. I've always been made fun of because of my accent at different schools, and so I think subconsciously I've just adapted to that accent, and I've ended up with this accent because it was the last place I went to school in the UK.
So what does a Scottish Spanish accent sound like?
I can't remember. It was more like an international English where I can't even remember what it sounded like, but it was I can't do it. Obviously you're adding Spanish words in there, but instead of saying O, the O would be closer to the Spanish O.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it like saying mate or man in a Spanish phrase, like in English you'd say mate, what are we doing tonight? In Spanish you'd say tío, ¿qué hacemos esta noche? Like, so they mix that into English. They'd be like, tío, like, what are we doing tonight? I haven't got it anymore, but it was a weird mixture. So yeah, I have changed my accent. My French accent changed. I sounded a little bit Québécois after living there for a year, and then now I just sound like a Parisian.
Yes.
Because I've been here for...
So has your accent changed, Amber Minogue?
I think when you live abroad, you tend to sort of clean it up a little bit to be a bit more understandable. And then sometimes I hear my daughter say things and I think, well, obviously she's heard that from me, but it'll be like water or bottle or like, you what? And I think, where did you hear that from? And obviously it is me, but it will slip back in. And especially when I go back to England, I'll sound a bit more London. Yeah. And I sound, I think, a bit more clean here.
Yeah, you sort of go a bit more received pronunciation.
Exactly.
A bit more neutral sort of thing for the international audience.
Can you do it a bit less English, please?
Yeah. Can you sound a bit less English?
Yeah, no, it's what was it? Not American, just less British.
Yeah. Just like, can you have no accent? Just not an accent. Oh, okay. The famous non-accent.
Non-accent.
Yeah.
Number 14. Cats were the first animals to be domesticated by humans. True or false?
I think this is true. That sounds...
Cats above dogs?
Cats were the first animals to be domesticated by human
Are cats
beings.
domesticated?
I mean, that's another good question. But I feel like there's something related to Egypt.
They are...
With the cats.
Egypt is old.
Ancient, I think it is.
In the past.
It's certainly in the past. Cats certainly are... They know where their bread is buttered, don't they? And they could easily come around people knowing that there's going to be, when you settle places and there's mice and stuff like that. I can see why cats would be attracted to living and being around people.
Living and working
around people. It's hard to say that they're domesticated in some way. Do you mean domesticated like they're pets, or that you work, like they're living in your home? They're just like a little lovely.
Well, that's what pets are. Right?
Yeah.
Because like dogs work.
Living with humans.
Yeah.
Coexisting with humans.
But dogs, the thing is that cats are how they've always been. Whereas dogs, we made dogs. Dogs didn't. We made them from
dogs?
wolves. Yeah.
I see.
It's like they're just like
cats are kind of the same beast.
Yeah, cats haven't changed.
Cats are like, you didn't make me.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas
those
dogs...
Egyptians, you're right. They are super old, and they were all about the cats. Should we go with yes?
It's either yes or it's a random
it's
other
either yes
animal.
Or it's no.
Yeah, I know. It's either yes, and if it is no, it's a random animal. It's not like a dog. I'm going to say yes.
Go on, yeah, let's go with yes.
It's false.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sorry, guys.
What's it, dogs?
It's no.
What is it? Random animal? It's a capybara.
So, okay, dogs.
Hamster.
It's a hamster.
Oh, no, dogs were first.
Oh, okay.
They were domesticated over 12,000 years ago.
What?
Wow.
Then, before cats, it's goats again.
Oh, lovely.
Course.
Goats, they're communicating. They've even got accents.
Goats predate cats 10,000 years ago. Cats are around 9,500 years ago.
Oh, poor cats.
Question.
Yeah.
What do you prefer as a pet? Dogs, cats, or goats?
Cats.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I mean, I've got a cat, but I fucking hate it.
No, but dogs, you've got to take them out. They are lovely, but they are a lot of hard work.
True.
And goats, quite a lot of high maintenance. Very cute, but those little hooves, you don't want a little hoof on your bed in the morning. And they are very cute, but they do have quite a scary little face, and they will eat absolutely everything.
Yeah, but you can drink their milk and eat their bodies, eat their flesh if you need to.
You can eat your cat, should you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But would you want to eat your pet?
The cat drinks your milk.
I don't think...
The cat drinks your milk. Exactly. That's the thing about cats.
Yeah, they
drink our milk.
Yeah.
Why would you want to eat your pet?
You need space for a goat.
I don't know.
You need space for a goat. And it's got to have a goat friend. Cats are easy peasy.
They get rid of mice as well.
Oh, yeah, very handy.
They don't get rid of rats, but they get rid of mice.
Yeah, well, that's your job.
Yeah, exactly.
The ratter.
As I found out.
Okay, so cats still win.
Yeah, cats win.
Despite the fact you hate them.
I hate living with animals.
He doesn't want any pets.
I don't want any pets.
He wants to live on his own.
He wants
Even his family.
A little donkey, kind of just in the garden.
A
Just
goat.
looking
I think you
sad.
should try having a goat in your back garden.
They're too joyful, a goat. The way they bounce around. He needs a little sort of sad
It'd be good.
donkey.
I don't need to mow the lawn if we had a goat.
Yes, it's true. If you had one of those little dwarf goats,
Yeah.
nibble
they're
everything
so cute.
down.
They're so cute.
Okay.
and all the flowers.
They're so cute.
Okay, we
Sorry.
need to speed up a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
The next few ones about animals are pretty bonkers.
Okay, we're gonna go into it quick.
Mental. Okay, number 15, the horned lizard, which is a breed, species of lizard. The horned lizard can shoot blood out of its eyes as a defense mechanism.
Ew. Let's say yes. Wouldn't that be cool?
let's go
I don't
to
think
yes.
it's yes, but let's say yes.
It's true.
Hey.
They can.
How gross.
Let me tell you more. They can shoot blood as far as 3 feet away.
3
Wow.
Here's how it works. It's called auto-hemorrhaging.
Oh.
The technical term for this is reflex bleeding.
Oh my God. Wouldn't that be a cool power?
I was going to say that his follow-up question is, if you could do this, would you?
Absolutely.
That is definitely my follow-up
No,
question.
can you imagine being on the metro and someone's just like giving, and you just turn around? Everyone would just lose their mind.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Oh,
The lizard,
yes.
the lizard doesn't actually shoot blood from its eyeball itself, but rather from the orbital sinus, which is the tissue around the eye. So just from under the eye.
Oh my gosh, yes.
How does this happen? Pressure buildup. When the lizard feels threatened, it restricts the blood flow, leaving its head. This causes the blood pressure in the small capillaries around the eyes to rise.
Yeah.
The pressure becomes so intense that the thin membranes in the corners of the eyes rupture, and then the spray. The lizard then uses its eye muscles to aim
I was going to say, can it aim it? Yeah, that's
the
amazing.
spray at the predator's face.
Wow.
Why does this work?
Because it's so gross. The predator is like, you are joking.
It's mostly a distraction, but it also is designed to fight canines like coyotes, foxes, and domestic dogs. Chemicals are involved. The blood contains a distasteful chemical which is derived from the lizard's primary diet, which is harvester ants.
Oh.
Now, these ants produce a pungent venom that the lizard's body processes and concentrates in its blood.
Venomous blood shooting 3 meters from your eyes. Sign me up.
It's brilliant, right?
Oh, that's the best.
To a coyote, the blood tastes incredibly bitter and irritating. Predators will often drop the lizard immediately and spend the next several minutes shaking their heads and trying to get the taste out of their mouths, giving the horned lizard plenty of time to walk away.
To walk away. Just mic drops.
See you later,
away.
bitches. Yeah, okay, so what would be your mad defense mechanism of choice?
That. I want that.
I've got some other options.
Go on then.
Just basic projectile vomiting.
No, the blood.
No, bum cannon.
A bum
Still
cannon.
blood.
Firing turds at your attacker.
No, come on.
Through your trousers. Then you have to get a new
Imagine
pair of trousers every
To
time.
rupture the trousers.
Yeah.
Shooting directional blood from your eyes, which is like
Sort of poison, venomous.
Venomous blood. Come on.
I know.
That is. How is this not already in a movie?
Snot attack.
No,
like
that's
a
gross.
professional footballer firing.
Also, then when you finish, like you're gonna have like the blood all down you. You're gonna look super scary and mental. That's great.
Finally,
No notes.
mustard gas.
But it's not First World
A
War.
powerful nerve gas that's emitted from either the
No.
top or bottom end of the body.
The bottom end of the body. No, because then you're gassing everyone. No, I just want to catch my attacker.
Okay.
Okay.
Then. Number 16. When a worker bee, so bees now.
Okay.
Right? When a worker bee mates, has sex with a queen bee,
Yeah.
its penis explodes.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I'm going to go with true.
Any particular reason?
I feel like they die. I think the male, when it mates, it dies. I don't know why I have it ring. It rings
Sounds
a bell.
right.
It
Sounds
rings
right,
a
doesn't
bell
it?
It's
to me.
like the idea of a sort of matriarchy. You know, you have sex with the queen. Now that's you done.
Pow!
Nah, I don't know, but
It's
yeah.
one hell of an
I think
orgasm,
we're
isn't
confusing
it?
it with like the bee's sting coming off.
Yeah, that is a
and
thing. The bee sting
and
like pulls out
in
their whole
winter.
entrail.
They gnaw off the male bee's wings and throw them out the hive to die.
Really?
It's really vicious. I don't know that their penis falls off, but they do get a really fucking rough
Explodes.
ride.
Penis explodes.
Explodes.
So you're going true or false?
Yeah, let's go true.
Okay, go for it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, these animals are grim.
In fact, you can even hear it pop
Oh,
if you listen closely.
What kind of person is listening closely? What is this, bee porn?
Shane Carley, the writer of this book, apparently. Would you like some?
What kind of pop does it make?
Would you like some more
very
information? Would you like
disturbing.
some
Yes,
more
please.
information?
Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, drones, these are a type of bee that live in the hive. Drones exist for only one purpose, to mate with a virgin queen. They don't have stingers. They don't have nectar. They don't gather nectar. And they don't even have mouth parts to feed themselves. Other worker bees have to feed them. So they're just like sex bees. Sex slaves.
Sex bees.
So,
How did this evolve?
Sex bees.
so let me tell you about bee penises.
Please
It's called
tell
the,
us.
the endophallus.
The endophallus, because one use,
Yeah,
and that's the end
that's
o
right.
your
Wouldn't that just be
phallus.
like a uniphallus?
This is the drone's reproductive organ. It is kept tucked inside his body until the moment of mating, to prevent,
falling off.
self pleasure, I suppose.
Yeah.
He's
eating cornflakes.
cornflakes.
This is what. Yeah. Honey on cornflakes, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, the inversion. To mate, that means to reproduce, right, everyone? To mate, the drone must flip inside out.
What?
Flip his endophallus inside out.
Okay.
And put it into the queen. This happens with incredible speed and force, powered by a massive contraction of his abdominal muscles. So he forces it inside out, from inside his body into the queen's body.
Mm-hmm.
The audible snap, the pressure is so high that the endophallus literally explodes into the queen. There is a distinct popping sound that can actually be heard by human observers nearby.
How close?
Those human
Nearby,
observers.
I know.
No.
Okay.
Why the explosion? This isn't just nature being cruel, it's a competitive strategy. The mating plug. When the organ explodes, part of it remains lodged inside the queen. This acts as a plug to prevent the sperm from leaking out and to temporarily discourage other drones from mating with her immediately. Because
Surely the discouraging would be seeing your mate's endophallus explode. I mean, just
Well-
like, shall we? Actually, on second thoughts, I mean,
yeah, look, there's
So if that's your only job, if you can't even eat,
yeah, you can't even
I'm
eat.
waiting for the follow-up question for this.
lethal separation. Because the organ is snapped off and left behind, the drone's abdomen is ripped open in the
my-
process.
This is a snuff porn. Bee snuff
He
porn.
falls to the ground and dies almost instantly after his flight. A queen bee only goes on a few mating flights in her entire life. During these flights, she will mate with 10 to 45 drones
10 to 45
in mid-air.
Fucking
in
hell.
mid-air,
Yeah.
and then rips out their phallus, and then they just fall to the ground
Suppose at the end-
eviscerated.
Yeah. As each drone finishes and falls away, the next drone must actually remove the mating plug left by his predecessor before he can take his
Oh
turn.
my god.
It's horrible.
So he has to...
I mean, obviously we're thinking it's horrible because we're humanizing
You
it and
might be.
imagining
I
someone
mean,
showing up and having to pull out a plug.
I mean, just thinking it's like Bonnie Blue, but just a sort
Oh
of
god,
horrible
yeah.
bee version.
So then he rips the mating plug out, and then he explodes, and the queen stores all this sperm in a special organ called the spermatheca, where she keeps it alive for the rest of her life, up to 5 years, to fertilize millions of eggs.
Oh my god.
Wow, it's pretty impressive. But I
Yeah.
mean, that feels rough.
So, question: do you like honey?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I kind of changed. Do you know vegans can't eat honey?
Yeah.
Because they
Because
exploit
of this.
Because
Because of
reason.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Okay.
I understand.
Well, you got it right, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, here comes the next mental animal
Okay,
question, right?
okay.
True or false? The flatworm can launch a projectile from its anus when it hunts.
The flat. These are all true, and Luke is just loving every single one.
I don't know what a flatworm is.
A
Is it in
flatworm-
the sea? Is it in the sand? Is it like
Flatworm
that?
is a type of worm. We're talking specifically about polyclad marine flatworms. Right? So these are worms that live in the water. And so the flatworm can launch a projectile, that's a thing that flies out like a missile or something, from its anus, that's from its arsehole, when it hunts.
Like a submarine.
Do they have?
Like a torpedo.
do they hunt, or do they not just collect sort of small things going by? A worm, don't they just like absorb stuff? Do they eat worms?
I don't know.
They feel like they're just like.
You want it to be true though, don't you?
I do want him to.
Should we go false though? You look at if I mean.
I don't know. I just feel like
have no
worms
reasoning.
kind of absorb things. They do. I don't know. Some worms might eat. What? This is the stuff of nightmares that Luke is really. I kind of feel like is not capable. I don't know. I think this is made up. I think he's made up one, and he's combined the eyes and I think he's.
All right,
we've got to have one that's made up.
False.
It's false.
Oh, nice.
False.
Good work.
But. Oh no, that was.
We got that one right.
You got that one right. I'm not sure I'm keeping count correctly, but it doesn't matter, does it really?
No. 'Cause we've
so that is false. But it does use its penis as a weapon.
Oh, what?
Would you like some more information?
Yes. Is it a serrated penis? And
More of a sharp, like a kind of spike.
a spiky little penis.
So
Oh.
this sounds like a bizarre plot for a science fiction movie, and I'm afraid it's more weird animal sex, but for a certain species of...
You chose these. You had a whole book, and you have really found this has titillated you. You've been like, all the things I could have chosen, and how many of them are about penises?
Come on, listeners. Come on, listeners. I chose the right facts, didn't I?
Continue.
So, a certain species of hermaphroditic flatworms.
Yes, okay.
And the fact that they're hermaphroditic is important.
Yes.
They have both male and female sex organs, right? Penis fencing is a very real... It's a very real high-stakes evolutionary battle. So, since these flatworms are hermaphrodites, they possess both male and female reproductive organs. While they could theoretically just pair up and trade sperm, there is a major biological catch. Motherhood is expensive and risky, and therefore they want to avoid it if possible.
Confirm. Yeah.
Imagine if human reproduction was like this, right? If it
Choose.
was like who gets in there first. Right?
So,
That'd be amazing.
So it could be like, okay, one of us has to be the mother.
Yeah.
And if I can, like...
If you get me first, it's like,
then
oh
you have
God,
to be the
now I have
mother.
to be
you
9
end,
months
you
pregnant.
end up having a fight about it, a sexy fight
With your sword
spiky-
penis.
with your spiky penises. So,
Does it remind you of university?
everyone is
Fighting with
both.
spiky penises?
I didn't catch that.
I don't know. I just like to imagine Paul having some spiky penis fights with his mates.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
continue.
if he was a hermaphroditic flatworm, that's what would have happened.
Yeah.
Imagine everyone is both male and female. So, actually, don't imagine that.
Okay.
So, the fencing ritual. The goal of penis fencing is to inseminate the partner without being inseminated yourself.
Sounds like a terrible computer game, doesn't it?
Good idea for a game. Game developers, take note. Here is how the weaponry works. Dual daggers. Many flatworms have two dagger-like penises that are sharp, rigid, and pointed.
Double trouble.
The attack. When two flatworms meet to mate, they rear up and strike at each other with these stylets, they're called. They aren't looking for a specific mating port. They're just trying to stab the other anywhere in the body.
Mating port. That's not sexy.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine?
Mating port.
Darling, I'd really like to see your mating port tonight.
Oh my God. Hypodermic insemination. Once a flatworm successfully pierces its partner's skin, it injects sperm directly into the body cavity. Fucking anywhere. The sperm then migrates through the tissue to reach the eggs. So that sperm's going to get there.
It doesn't even need the female reproductive part. Oh, I guess it does. Just for the
eggs, yeah.
The eggs.
The eggs. So why is it a weapon? In this context, the penis is a weapon used to win a biological arms race. The conflict arises because of the different energy costs between being the mother and the father.
Wow.
So the winner, that's the father, I'm afraid, in this case, is the flatworm that it's the patriarchy.
It feels like an allegory.
It's like an undersea patriarchy of sorts, isn't it? The flatworm that successfully stabs the other and swims away unscathed gets to pass on its genes with very little metabolic cost or effort. Does it sound familiar? It just provides the sperm and then leaves.
Yeah.
The loser, that's the mother, I'm afraid. The flatworm that gets stabbed must now devote massive amounts of energy to producing eggs, building a cocoon, and finding extra food to support the pregnancy. They also have to heal the physical wounds from the stabbing. I could go on.
That's
also
enough.
have to take them to school once,
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Do the ironing. It's outrageous.
And he doesn't even help build the nest or anything.
None of it. Nothing. Question. I don't have a question for this. Except this. How glad are you to be human?
I mean, it sounds like about the same experience, to be honest.
It's very relatable. That flatworm experience.
That made me think of something. I can't remember. I had a question, but it's gone.
Oh, that's wild.
Let's move on to the third of my trilogy of terrible,
I'm
terrible
questions. Well, no, they're great questions.
The hairy frog.
Okay.
The hairy frog is also known as the horror frog. Why? Because of its high-pitched shriek that it emits when threatened. So a shriek is like a scream. Ah! Mm-hmm. So the hairy frog is also known as the horror frog due to the high-pitched shriek it emits when threatened.
My question from before, but it's a general question.
Yeah.
These explanations, are these all in the book, or have you then Googled
I've done some deep research.
Of course you have. Yeah,
okay.
you were just excited about the thought of looking
penis
up some
fencing.
of the penis fencing. Yeah.
I say yes. There is lots of creatures that have terrible screeches and cries, and I feel like a little hairy frog. What a delightful idea.
Paul can attest to the fact that rats make a similar noise when they're threatened.
Well, who's that comedian who's like... He's from the north and he moved to London, and he was like, why didn't anyone tell me that foxes sound like women being killed? And he heard you know what foxes sound like, and he phoned the police, and he was like, oh my god, you know something terrible, and they came around and they were just like, does it sound like this? And one of the officers did like the fox noise. He was like, yes. And he was like, it's foxes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So
anyway,
the hairy frog is known as the horror frog because of the high-pitched shriek that it emits when it's threatened.
There's a fourth glass of water here.
I don't know. This was mine. I put mine
I
here.
thought that was yours.
Doesn't matter.
All right. I'll just finish that. Do you want some more water?
Sure. I say, go on. Let's say yeah.
Because if it's not, then it's
another little creature, which will be called it.
You're bang wrong. It is actually false. The horror frog, and it's actually worse. The horror frog is named the horror frog because it intentionally breaks the bone in its leg to create a sharp spur which can be used as a weapon.
A shiv. It uses its own leg bone.
To stab people.
That's hardcore.
God.
I mean, can you imagine? You could, if that was a human, and just...
Like breaking your arm and then stabbing someone
with that is hardcore.
Yeah, so more information. If you thought the flatworms penis fencing was intense, the Wolverine frog, officially the hairy frog, takes biological weaponry to a whole new level. It doesn't just have claws, it essentially performs self-surgery to deploy them. The anatomy of the bone claw. Unlike a cat or a lion, which is also a cat, whose claws are made of keratin, like your fingernails, and they sit in a permanent sheath. The horror frog's weapons are made of bone. Okay. The hidden blade. The claw is actually a specialised bone at the tip of the frog's toe. So it is in its resting state. The bone is held in place by a tough fibrous ligament and a small anchor bone. So parts of the foot keep this bone in place. When the frog is threatened or attacked, it forcefully contracts a specific muscle in its foot. This contraction is so powerful, it snaps the ligament and breaks the bone away from its anchor. Essentially like Wolverine in the X-Men, the spike comes flying out of the end of its toe, breaking through its own skin. It pushes downward and outward because there's no exit hole. The sharp bone punctures directly through the frog's own skin. The result is a set of jagged, bony cat claws protruding from the toe pads of the frog. The frog then uses these to kick and scratch at predators.
Wow.
Yes. So while the frog is literally breaking a part of its skeletal structure to defend itself, it doesn't break its leg in the sense of a femur fracture. It's localized intentional break of a small nodule of bone at the very tip of the
that is still
how does it regenerate?
It does heal.
It does heal.
Frogs are famous for their healing factor and regenerative properties, and this is reset fairly quickly for the next encounter.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, so question, who would you rather be? Wolverine, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Batman, Catwoman, and why?
God.
What's Ant-Man?
Ant-Man, he can shrink down into...
That sounds rubbish.
Yeah.
He can go really small or really big.
Well, Batman's rubbish. He's just a billionaire with a childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Ant-Man, that doesn't sound good.
Spider-Man.
Catwoman is just like a sexualized sort of, that's nonsense as well. She's just a bit sort
Sexualized
of
thief.
the sexualized thief. So we're left with what? Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a sort of like young boy and masturbation. That's what that's all about.
Yeah, but
so
it's more
only
about the superpower.
Wolverine.
No, but it's about the superpower. Can you imagine, like, I need to get over to that roof. It's just like, and you get over. That'd be cool.
That does sound cool. I'm going to go with Wolverine because I think it
Hugh
feels...
Jackman is sexy. That's why you like it.
No, because it just feels
He does
like
have
less...
a huge Ackman.
Yeah, because it feels less likely. Like, what is your power? And you're just small, and then pow, you got all this. I don't actually know what he does. He's just got like
He's basically indestructible.
indestructible.
Because he's got like a frog's healing factor.
Is he really strong?
Yes.
I'd love to be really strong,
Spider-Man's
like
really strong.
small, but just like super strong. Because I'm obviously not.
Spider-Man's really strong too. Wolverine.
Is he?
Wolverine. So he's got the spikes that come
Yeah.
out. His body is covered in adamantium, which
that's
is not
right.
great.
And that reminds me of Spaced, and I love Spaced.
What's
Yeah.
adamantium?
Adamantium is like this amazing metal from the
Yeah.
Marvel universe,
Okay.
but it poisons him and kills him in the end.
Oh, does
Yeah,
it?
so it's not great to have the adamantium thing. But the good things about Wolverine is that he's basically indestructible because he heals himself instantly and he's very strong and he's got spikes. But he's got a very tragic story and a very painful... There's a lot of pain with Wolverine.
Well, because I suppose it's just it's just a sort of, they're all metaphors, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So
sounds great.
Spider-Man, Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'd have Spider-Man. I'd choose
You'd
Spider-Man.
go Spider-Man?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would choose Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
Okay, a few more left. Again, well, let's try and be quick. This is the last of the mad nature questions. Number 19, the daddy longlegs.
Yeah.
You need to explain
Papa Long John.
what's a daddy longlegs.
It's a spider with long legs. It's the flying one. It flies. Does it fly?
Yeah, it does.
It's the flying one.
Actually,
like in the corner.
in my opinion, daddy longlegs is a generic term used by kids to refer to either
All-
the large flying crane fly,
Yeah.
a sort of a thing that looks a bit like a huge mosquito,
Yes.
Yeah.
and should be terrifying, or a spider with very long legs.
I always thought it was the crane
first
fly.
one, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always thought too. But then I read this. You see.
Ooh.
The daddy longlegs is actually one of the deadliest spiders on Earth.
Oh, no.
But its fangs are not strong enough
That's true.
to penetrate human skin.
Yeah, it's true.
What, the ones in England?
Daddy longlegs.
Yeah, it's got.
They're venomous.
Yeah, but they can't administer
But
it.
they're not.
How
It's true.
pointless.
It's true. Yeah, it's pointless. I've
So
heard this
what,
fact
you
before.
just shouldn't eat them?
No, that's all right. It's just that the venom only is administered
To flies.
when they bite things or
But
penetrate.
they've got no
things.
teeth or something like
Oh,
that.
and I thought they were okay, and they're actually fucks.
Yeah, I've heard this fact before.
Okay.
And so it's either urban myth or it's the fact is true. But I've heard the fact before, so I'm going to go say true.
Okay.
It's false.
Oh,
Sorry,
so it's an
guys.
urban myth.
It's an absolute urban myth. So daddy longlegs are completely harmless. The
They
crane
can't bite.
crane fly is harmless.
That's
They
what I
don't
was
have
gonna say, they
don't
can't
have any
bite.
venom.
They're just flying around
just
eating mosquitoes.
flying
Why is
around
this
in
an urban myth?
September, getting trapped in your house.
Yeah.
And then getting thrown.
Morons. Yeah.
Although they don't live in France.
Yes, they do.
I've never seen one in
You've seen-
France.
I think they do live in
They
France.
do. They're very
That's
common.
an urban myth. I don't know why it's an urban myth, but
yeah. Very
good
common.
one, though.
Yeah.
Very common little
I've never
insect.
heard that. Yeah.
So, question: what are your scariest or creepiest creepy crawly encounters from childhood? When you were a child, did you ever encounter a weird creepy crawly?
Absolutely, because I grew up in South Africa.
Right.
And the insects are massive. And I remember once we had a cat, and I really liked King Arthur and the Knights Round Table, and so this cat was called Merlin. And,
what a great name for a cat.
And
Yeah.
so like Merlin brought in like a locust, like it was like a grasshopper, but like I was little, but like it really was big, and it was trapped in the room, and it was just like bouncing off the walls and flying and all that kind of exoskeleton, and it was really, I was just like, oh my god, this is horrible.
There is something so creepy about a big insect.
just like bouncing around, and it was just and the cat obviously was delighted, and I tried to get my dad, and I was like, "Oh, a grasshopper," and it wasn't a grasshopper, it was massive. Yeah.
Probably a huge locust or something.
Yeah.
Any creepy crawly encounters as a child?
Not really as a child that I can remember off the top of my head. I just remember when I went to visit my uncle in Australia,
there we go,
in the suburbs
Australia.
of London. He had a python in his back garden just chilling out.
Just a wild python.
Yeah, it was massive. Just he's like, oh, that's the python. He carried on walking. I'm like, what? Sorry, can we? I need more. What do you mean?
More context.
That's the python.
I've been to Australia and I've never seen, but I've seen it online. You know, the huntsman spider.
Oh yeah.
You know, the one that's so enormous, and Australians are just like, oh, it's actually all right, and then they're really fast.
Oh.
I would die. I don't mind a spider, and I'm happy for them to live their lives, but I couldn't.
No, yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
And you try and get like a plastic Tupperware box to trap it, and it jumps out of
but they're enormous.
Yeah.
Enormous.
Yeah, vast.
Oh.
Okay.
Vast.
Talking of vast, the next category is science and space.
Okay.
As a physics graduate.
We've got a physicist.
Physics expert.
I can't say
physicist.
it. Physicist, thank you, in the room.
As a physicist and science expert, Paul, you should be good at this.
Okay.
So, number 20, the famous quote by Neil Armstrong when he stepped onto the moon was a mistake. He said...
one small step for man.
It wasn't Darth Vader.
It looks kind of... it's kind of Darth Vader.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for... It was actually the recording, but he goes, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for man. So anyway, Neil Armstrong claims that he actually said that's one small step for a man.
That's what he should have said.
Not that's one small step for man.
Yes.
So is this actually true that he made a mistake and he said one small step for man when he should have said one small step for a man?
Again, it's the same answer for me as the previous one. I've heard this story before, but it also could be an urban myth.
Well, he should have definitely said a man. I mean, it doesn't make sense otherwise. It's a rubbish.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Man and mankind mean the same thing.
Yeah. It's a really excellent quote if he says one small step for a man, and it's a really rubbish quote if he says man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like one is really like, oh wow, that's how pithy. You know, just in a few short words, you've really summed up exactly that. Oh no, but you've said man.
A small step for one man, but a giant leap for mankind in general. But what he actually said was, it's one small step for mankind and one giant leap for mankind.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is this true or false?
It's true that he fucked it up, I think, is the answer.
Do you agree with that?
I think he was
He's the
supposed
physics
to. I think he was.
expert.
Yeah, but this has nothing to do with physics.
Sure, yeah. I mean, they're bright people. You know, like they're not morons. Those astronauts.
No,
you know,
but can you
they're
imagine the
very.
stress?
Yeah,
Can you imagine
exactly. I can
The pressure.
The pressure of being in a film studio.
Tell me, he fucked it. Yeah, exactly.
Having to come up with the lines.
You've got-
How many times have we recorded stuff and fluffed it? And sorry, second take, mate.
Yeah.
Who was the name? It was
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick
He's not
there
cheap.
looking at
He's
you.
not
Yeah,
cheap.
exactly. And it was back
Film
in the
cost
day.
quite a lot.
Everything's on
was
film.
it's like, you know, we don't have time to do another take.
Like, that'll do. The sound engineer's got to go for lunch.
I hope that he fucked it up.
So you're saying true, and
Yeah.
Paul is saying true. You're right, it's true. He made a mistake. He said that's one small step for man. He should have said that's one small step for a man.
He had a lot of emotions going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Not really. No.
Okay, let's move on to number 21. No question. Number 21. Astronauts have to drink their own pee. True or false?
What do you mean?
Are they Roman
Astronauts?
No.
legions? Are they maintaining?
This is not in the
breath
past.
fresh?
This is now? No.
Astronauts have to drink their own urine, aka pee. True or false?
I think they could maybe drink their own.
Yeah,
pee.
no. I feel I've watched the 45-minute tour of the International Space Station.
And there isn't a pee cleaning station.
This is the pee drinking area.
No, yeah, and I feel like they've. I remember seeing the toilet, like where they pee, and it's like
False.
a conical shape that you put on the end of your
Johnson.
Boris
Okay.
Johnson. Yeah, but I can't remember what the. Anyway, I think it's. I don't see why they would need to drink their own pee.
Okay,
Maybe
false.
just for liquid, for refreshment.
They got water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying false. It's
Yeah.
true.
Is it?
It's true. They use a recycling system
Oh.
to capture their own pee and transform it into drinking water.
Okay.
So you got it wrong.
Why don't we do that on Earth?
Why don't we?
Because
We
it's-
do.
Is it because it's gross?
We do do it on Earth.
We do kind of
Your
do it.
pee
Yeah.
goes in the toilet, gets flushed down the toilet.
It's true.
goes
It does
into-
get cleaned.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets.
It's just-
Yeah,
It's-
eventually.
yeah,
All right,
processed.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, question: would you like to go into space, or would it be too much hassle?
No, I can't think of anything I would like to do less. I don't even like to go on holiday. It's true. I can't. I cannot I know, absolutely not.
Yeah, I would.
Really? So you wouldn't go to Mount Everest, but you go into space?
Yeah.
Okay.
Luke?
I don't know. I feel like I feel like I've been up a mountain. I know what. When you're up a mountain, you still only see. I've been in a plane. You
Still on Earth.
Yeah. You. I feel like I want to see the Earth from. Because everyone says, the astronauts that I've listened to interviews
Is
with.
that Katy Perry?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
Yeah, she talks about it extensively. Where you, because I've listened to what's his name, Chris Hadfield, the Canadian
Astronaut.
guitar playing astronaut.
Yeah.
And the French guy Thomas Pesquet, who it's like you just get a different. Something changes in your perspective of life when you see everyone. There are 7 billion of us.
You don't see everyone though, do you?
We don't see everyone, but you see where we all are.
There's Paul,
There's
Amber,
Dave.
there's Amber and Paul.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, when you see everyone,
When you go, okay, there's like 7 of us up here, and everyone else on the planet is down there, and you can see I think I would like to see the Earth from that.
just would like to get away from your family, right? That's
Anything. If it's not a marathon, he's going to space. Honestly. Unbelievable.
which direction? Which direction am I
the
going?
lengths-
Away.
The
I'm
lengths
in.
he will go to not have to cut the grass. I mean, he's going to buy a goat to leave his family.
Okay, all right. Number 22.
Yeah.
Would you like to go to space?
Nah. No, far too inconvenient and uncomfortable.
Yes.
I'm sure it'd be so
Horrible.
What
uncomfortable.
happens if they've got a boiling machine to boil water and you can have a cup of tea up there?
Oh, I've got that on Earth. I don't need to go into
no.
space for that.
all right.
No, just the inconvenience of it. Recycled pee, dealing with poo,
Oh,
floating
no.
around.
Horrible.
Claustrophobia, not being able to wash properly. Aliens.
Oh.
No thanks.
No way.
Number 22.
Yeah.
Among the objects that humans have sent into space are these things. Pictures of human sexual organs, dick pics,
Oh.
sea urchin sperm,
What?
yeah, a pizza,
A pizza?
remains of the guy who discovered Pluto. So, is this true? Among the objects, because humans have sent...
Some of these are true, or
No,
are
all of this is
these
true.
It's either
Are these
all of these true or all of them false.
It's either true or false. So humans have sent lots of objects into space, and so included in that list of things is pictures of human sexual organs, sea urchin sperm, a pizza, remains of the guy who discovered Pluto.
Why would they send remains of the guy who discovered Pluto? I bet he wanted that. Listen, let's say yes, because I've got to go home in a minute.
Yeah, I think I've seen a video on YouTube of
I feel
somebody
that
sending
pizza.
a pizza to
Me
space
too.
and then it like drops back down and then they eat it again.
No.
That's a baguette.
What?
Someone's done it.
Okay, I feel it's yes.
It's true.
Yes. We're nailing it.
Because why not?
Absolutely.
That's the answer. Okay, what would you send into space?
Me.
Absolutely
Yeah.
nothing. Leave space alone. There's many more things. There's quite a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to do anything with space. There's plenty of problems that we need to deal with, and they're just fannying around sending pizzas to space.
This is true.
They're just boys and toys, and it makes me furious.
What about people who jump the line in the supermarket? I'd send them into space.
Okay,
Yeah.
I take it back.
Fair
into
enough.
space.
Yeah. 23. Uranus rotates on its side.
Physics? Any news?
Uranus, the planet, rotates on its side.
Oh, I
Does
thought
it have
you
a side? It's round, isn't it?
well,
the round things have
there's
a side?
poles. Planets have poles, don't they?
Yeah.
And they rotate on those axes.
Go on then. Yeah, it rotates on its side.
I've got no idea.
So, like the Earth
Would you-
roughly rotates sort of vertically,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
it? They're saying Uranus rotates at a 90-degree
Sure.
angle to that,
We're saying yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
with one of the poles pointed at the sun.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah. Well done.
Right,
It's true.
and the follow-up question is: if you could rotate Uranus,
Would it be on the side?
That is. I would ask a question here, but Uranus is none of my business.
Hey.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. So
Unless you're shooting.
blood out of someone's.
Yeah. What was the? one of
no,
the-
that was
the
a
earthworm?
no, that was a worm,
The
but
worm.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
flatworm.
It does worse
Doesn't
things.
shoot projectiles out of his
Yeah.
anus.
Oh,
No.
Go on.
This is the last question.
Oh.
Okay,
Just
okay.
in time because you've got to go soon.
I've got to go home.
Number 24. The coldest place in the universe is actually on Earth. True
Oh.
or false?
No. False.
Coldest place in the universe is actually on Earth.
I.
And it's not like your mother-in-law's
lunch table.
Yeah.
It's like the dark side of the moon is like minus.
Sure, I'm
a
going with
million degrees.
the physics major.
I don't know
Really?
where it would
I'm
be.
going
The
with
moon
Dr. Taylor.
that goes around the sun, the planet that's third
But
closest to the sun.
No, but I
Aren't
mean,
other
like,
planets
the dark
further
side of
away.
it.
Yeah, other planets.
Surely
are
they're cold.
Yeah. There's like planets made out of ice.
You imagine that Neptune,
Yeah.
Uranus, is
Well, it's
colder than the moon, no?
Yeah.
Cold places, yeah.
So you're saying it's false?
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Wow,
See,
where
I
is
don't
it?
believe it.
Where is it? I'm not sure exactly where it is, but
How have
scientists
you not
have
looked-
created an artificial environment where the temperature is
That doesn't count.
0.00000000001 degrees Kelvin. This is about as close to absolute zero as we can get.
Right, but it's man-made. It's not.
It's not the...
It is the coldest place in the universe.
Yeah.
Well,
it's-
listen, he's trying to fuck with us, but we've still won.
We have
We've
won.
still smashed his quiz.
Yeah.
There you go.
We smashed
The
that
coldest
quiz.
place naturally found is not on Earth, but synthetically found. It's like
Yeah.
the hottest place on Earth, or in the universe is on Earth. Then in that case, I'm sure they've created something as hotter than the sun
I doubt
in a lab somewhere.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you got 14 right. You got 9 wrong, and there's 1 unaccounted for.
Oh, lovely.
I'm going to give it you. Let's say you got 15 right and you got 9 wrong, which means that you
That's
win.
still one wrong. That's still.
No, it's 24
Oh,
questions.
it's 24. I thought it was 25.
Yeah,
That was a fun quiz, and I enjoyed that.
yeah,
That was fun collaborating, and I learnt things that I didn't actually want to know, to be honest.
hermaphroditic flatworms.
The
Yeah.
bees,
I learned the word pray.
prey. Yeah,
Prey?
exactly.
Pray.
Pray
Yeah.
tell.
Pray tell. Pray
tell.
continue.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pray.
exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
Well, that's great. I also feel like we really learned something. Listeners, I hope that you feel you've learned something too. Feel free to leave your comments
I
in the
can't
comment
wait
section.
to see the title of the YouTube of this.
What do you think I should call it?
I don't know, but it's going to be one of the random facts.
What happens when a bee has sex? Or, I don't know. I don't know what I c-
Exploding penises, shooting anuses,
No,
and just to get
cornflakes.
completely blocked.
Oh, the cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
There was so much
There's
nether
two-
regions in this episode. Anyway,
It was
enough with your nether regions.
Listeners, if you've listened until this point without becoming a skeleton with headphones on, you need to use a certain word in the comments section. Which word do you think they should use to prove that they've made it this far?
this far.
Let's have a final shot of your t-shirt. The skeleton with
Final
headphones.
Shot of my t-shirt.
Because this is what everyone is looking like at the
skeleton
moment.
with headphones.
The skeleton.
The sound
The
of
skeleton with headphones.
Sound of Sankt Pauli.
There we go.
The t-shirt is there. But what do you think? What word should they use? Either something
Yeah.
to do with bees, flatworms, frogs,
A little
Or
emoji.
cornflakes.
You little bee emoji.
a bee emoji.
A bee emoji.
A bee,
Perfect.
Bee emoji.
A bee emoji, something to do with bees. I think that was maybe our favourite fact in this entire quiz. Listeners, thank you so much for listening and watching. If you've been doing either of those things, if you've fallen asleep, wake up! The episode's pretty much finished. Amber, Paul, thank you very much.
Thank you
for your
so much, Luke.
Yeah,
Always
here's
lovely to see you.
episode 55.
Looking
That
forward
was a
to
good one.
episode 100.
Yeah, indeed.
In
All
12
right,
years.
everyone. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Until next time, it's time to say bye.
Bye, 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 bye.